some entertainment stories that we're going to get to. Tom Holland seemed to confirm that he and Zendaya are married in a new Esquire cover story. He was talking about all the frenzy people made about AI-generated wedding photos of the two that had made the rounds in recent months, joking that he didn't need to explain the fake photos to relatives because, quote, they were all there, seemingly referring to an event, real wedding.
I think that would, honestly, be kind of the cool way to go. Get all that hubbub behind them and just get on with the marriage, because I think they are a perfect pairing.
Yeah, the comment came after months of speculation sparked by Zendaya's stylist Law Roach, who claimed the couple's wedding already happened. Zendaya had previously dismissed the viral images, telling Jimmy Kimmel, babe, they're AI, they're not real, which doesn't mean it didn't happen.
No,
just meant that those pictures weren't real.
There was no T-Rex at the wedding.
Holland, meanwhile, declined to elaborate further after saying all his relatives were there, while speaking with Esquire, saying that's all you get on that. And as for Zendaya, Holland, unsurprisingly, only had good things to say. He said, it's really nice to have a bedrock of a relationship that will stand the test of time. I found my person. She's my best friend, and I'm the happiest I've ever been when I'm with her. But also have never felt so supported and safe ever, period. That's a happy
That's
person.
a happy man. She was with him. Obviously, he had a little bout of a difficulty with sobriety, and now he's sober. And she was there for that as well.
That's cool. Hannah Binder, who is on Hacks,
yes,
is reportedly dating journalist Jasper Nathaniel.
I knew it.
You knew it.
She is Lorraine Newman's daughter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And from Philly, or she's an Eagles fan.
She's an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
Sources told Page Six that the pair attended a Los Angeles graduation party together and were acting like a couple. Witnesses claim to the outlet that they spent the evening hugging, kissing, and exchanging affection.
It sounds like they're dating.
Yeah, and they are pretty comfortable with each other, according to the source. Another one said that she seemingly confirmed the relationship at the Provincetown International Film Festival. When asked if Nathaniel was her boyfriend, replying, yeah, kinda.
She's terrific on the show Hacks, which, by the way, wrapped up, and I was very happy with the wrap-up to this series. But she's like, there's a lot of bed nakedness going on in her. Yeah, because she has lesbian thruples, and she's...
in the show.
In the show,
okay.
And at the wedding.
Yeah.
The two have reportedly been linked for several weeks, previously said to have been seen together in New York City. She was previously linked to comedian Alex Edelman, but now it looks like these two are a couple. So you wouldn't think that Tom Cruise would need a wingman, but as wingmen go, you can't fault his reported choice. According to reports, Cruise's love for all things British has led him to choosing his buddy David Beckham as his co-pilot in his search for his next love.
That's a good one.
I saw them next to each other at the World Cup United States game, singing. Well, he was singing national anthem. Beckham wasn't.
Sources claim that he's looking to settle for an English Ms. Right, especially if she comes recommended by David and Victoria Beckham. Cruise is reportedly looking for a Brit, late 20s to early 30s.
He's gone through a few of them already.
Preferably from British high society. But that's the rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. Now, with the Beckhams, Victoria reportedly heartbroken after daughter Harper's recent attempt to reconnect with her older brother Brooklyn ended without a meeting amid the family's ongoing estrangement.
She was very emotional.
A source told Page Six the situation has taken a toll on the entire family, and Victoria is gutted for her children, adding that there was nothing unusual about Harper making the visit on her own.
So even the daughter's getting blown off.
Yeah. Although Harper arrived at Brooklyn's Los Angeles home hoping to see him, insiders said that she left shortly afterward because Brooklyn and his wife, Nicola, were unavailable.
Who's out there?
A representative for the couple disputed the circumstances surrounding the visit, stating photographers were in place as the letter was hand-delivered, says it all. This was choreographed for the cameras.
That's very sad, Preston.
So, yeah. Oh, I didn't even know the doorbell was ringing. Sorry. Got to get it. So sad.
You know what? I think about this, and I was thinking about this story and the different nuances of the Beckham family saga. It stays in the news. Mm-hmm. So, and you're talking about paparazzi on site to catch these moments.
Yeah.
And you forget how these people in high profile people orchestrate their own events. That this stays a constant thing. wouldn't it just settle and eventually move into obscurity after a while? But it stays in the tabloids.
Yeah, the same week that David Beckham got a star on the Walk of Fame. And Tom Cruise was next to him.
It makes me wonder, Marissa.
What are you guys saying? What's up?
I'm saying is is there an orchestrated push? Would they be so cynical as to float stuff like that out in the news if they have something happening in their lives?
Oh, that this whole thing is fake?
Or massaged in a way. I don't know, Preston.
I don't know.
I'm a man of the cloth.
I'm just reporting the information.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
That's what we love about your entertainment report. You never editorialize.
The latest disappointment comes shortly after eldest Beckham child referenced his complicated family dynamics in a DoorDash World Cup ad. I didn't see that. Brooklyn said, you're probably wondering why I'm watching the FIFA World Cup 2026 at home before adding it's a long story.
I'm probably wondering who the hell you are. Like, I couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
I don't know who he is either. Yeah.
By the way, I was watching, I sat down, it was on yesterday evening, it was Iraq versus
Norway.
I got sucked up in it, man. It was a really good game, Preston. And Norway does this thing. All the Norwegians in the stands, they were all pretending they were rowing like a boat.
That's kind of cool.
And every one of them wearing red jerseys. And I'm like, this is pretty exciting.
All right. Corey Feldman, talk about exciting.
A genius.
Got sick while flying.
Lost Boys.
Was met by paramedics who took him to the hospital after his plane landed in L.A. While no one knew what the problem was at the time, we do now. Yeah, it was food poisoning. His reps revealed the diagnosis, adding that Corey is doing much better and is now out of the hospital. And Corey wants to thank everyone for all of the love and well wishes. He is definitely seen a lot of the messages and really appreciates everything, according to that statement.
You know, it's being well received is he's doing those an evening with the Lost Boys, an evening with the Goonies.
Yeah.
He's going around and doing that.
Stand By Me.
Yeah, all of that, yeah.
Yep. Why not, man?
Really just prefer to see him as an actor. Like him as himself.
I don't want to miss out on those
like,
guitar solos,
I
Case.
know, but him as
Those Yngwie Malmsteen-esque guitar solos.
it's just so cringy. But like, and I haven't. I mean, I honestly haven't seen him do anything acting-wise of any sort of substance since.
He was really good.
Yeah.
He was.
He really was.
Well, he was kind of as a child actor, he was kind of an old soul.
Yeah.
He was able to act older than he was, which is always, kind of compelling to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole delusion of his music career
It's going to happen any day now.
Pretty sad. But I guess if you kind of can't blame him to some extent because he goes to play these shows and people show up.
Yeah.
A
lot of people say it's the best show they ever saw out on a loading dock.
But like, I feel like they're laughing at him.
I know.
Do you know? And,
I know.
and that kind of breaks my heart a little bit.
Yeah, I understand.
And maybe a little bit of him might know that, but he loves, as we said, like I stepped back a little bit because if that's what brings him joy, and he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
There's many allegations of him being abused as a youngster. So, I'll give him some slack.
Yep. All right, the Pit star, Catherine Lanaza, she plays Dana, great character, claims to have had several run-ins with her ex-husband, Dennis Hopper, which wouldn't be a big deal except that he's been dead since 2010.
Yeah.
Man,
She was
that's
married to
scary.
Hopper from,
That's scary.
Yeah, she was married to Hopper from 1989 to 1992. She told W Magazine that her late ex came to see her multiple times after he died. She said, I do believe in ghosts. The ghost of Dennis Hopper would not leave me alone for a really long time, she said. We've been divorced for a long time, but I was the last wife that he had been with that he was currently divorcing. So I think that level of intimacy when you're dying is maybe only something you can do with a partner.
She told him she loved him, and you know what he said? Ditto.
Ditto. She explained that some of the visits were upsetting, but she saw him. That's a little disturbing.
Dennis's visits are erratic.
But she explained that
I want to kill you.
some of the visits. Wait, where I lost my place here. Were upsetting, but she saw him one final time in a dream. She said we were both in a cafeteria in Greece, and he told me that he was okay and that he wasn't in pain anymore and he was good.
I'm living on Mars now.
And she said,
Dr. Manhattan.
and I never heard from him again after that. So
It's
Wow,
it's
okay.
weird. I listen. Having lost somebody close to me, my father will show up, and it's been a little while since he showed up to me in a dream. But it is like it's so comforting. You know what I mean? It's not like unsettling.
Do you know what I realized? Like my mom, my dad's recent. I can, but my mom, I only have fleeting memories of what I know experiences, but I don't know what she sounded like. I'm that far away from it, so I don't know. She doesn't come to me in dreams much anymore.
I was going to say it probably would be jarring for her to show up. Yeah.
So let me see what else I have here for you because we're running out of time. I want to make sure I get some good ones in here for you. Sean Penn is set to direct and write a currently untitled film inspired by the early life of a police officer who was present during the events of January 6th, a riot at the Capitol. Bradley Cooper is reportedly being considered for the lead role. The project is described as an unexpected story about friendship. With
I hope he doesn't play it that way. He also invents flubber.
With insiders saying that it's only loosely connected to the events of January 6th. We need a Spicoli update.
I know that, dude.
Wouldn't that be an interesting? Wouldn't you want to see that?
Yeah.
What if his most recent role in One Battle After Another?
Oh my God!
Is Adult Spicoli?
Is Adult Spicoli?
That's the name they gave me.
So
Preston, by the way, is it January 6th, 1988?
right. Maybe it's that.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had all these Spicoli clips.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Bud, what's your problem?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
He recently won his third Oscar for One Battle After Another.
You dick.
While his redirecting, well, I'm sorry, not his redirecting, but his directing credits include Into the Wild, The Indian Runner, and The Pledge.
He worked with Dennis Hopper a number of times. Harkening back to The Ghost of Dennis Hopper. He was a massive fan.
Yeah, production on the upcoming movie is targeting a mid-2027 start, by the way. This looks pretty cool. It would seem like the Sphere in Vegas is the perfect place to do the time warp again.
Oh, wow.
The Wizard of Oz took in over $400 million at the iconic venue. It was announced yesterday that a new version of the Rocky Horror Picture Show is headed to the Sphere.
I have to admit, I would love to go see Wizard of Oz. I would love to go see Rocky Horror Picture Show at the Sphere.
Yeah, it's going to be in 2027. It wasn't revealed how the cult classic will be edited to adapt to the venue. Oz, by the way, lost 25 minutes and some musical numbers in making the leap from the screen to the Sphere. I was not aware of that they cut out that much of it.
So what they did do, though, is they took digital, they added rooms.
Enhancements.
So in particular shots where you're looking at a room, they built the whole room in AI, and they added characters when they walked out of scene.
Right.
They continued the walk. It's pretty amazing.
The 1975 cult classic helped launch the careers of Tim Curry, Susan Sarandon, and Barry Bostwick and Meatloaf, and remains a staple of late-night theater viewings for over 50 years now, man.
All right, let me throw this out there.
Yeah.
If you really want to explore the depth and possibilities at the Sphere,
Yeah.
Two Girls in a Cup.
Oh, dude.
Preston,
Yeah.
you have carte blanche.
They wouldn't have to edit anything out of that.
Imagine this in Dolby Atmos.
Oh, my God.
Maybe that would be the first time I would watch it.
So at some point next year, that might be worth a trip to Vegas. to
Oh,
go see
absolutely.
that.
Totally. I feel
sure.
shortchanged because I just got the nature documentary.
Yeah, that's
And,
right.
I envy you, though.
Yeah, at least you got to be in there.
It was cool. I spent a little too much money because, you thought the tickets were always going to be super expensive. And now Rocky Horror Picture Show. I have to go back.
All right, you just got to go back. That's
All
it.
right.
Apple TV has renewed The Reluctant Traveler with Eugene Levy for a fourth season.
It's a good show.
With Levy set to continue exploring new destinations around the world. In a statement, the actor joked that after 3 seasons, he has, quote, just about accepted, albeit begrudgingly, that trying new experiences is not necessarily a bad thing, and that he's saying yes more often, but with considerable caution. The upcoming season's locations haven't been revealed just yet. Past trips have included stops in Tokyo, Scotland, and India. So good on him.
I think you should host a travel show called The Redundant Traveler.
The redundant travel. Let's go to the same place
location.
over and over again. Which I tend to do. I'm taking my boys on a vacation.
There you go.
We're going back to Acadia, where I took my youngest a few years ago.
The Redundant Traveler.
I love that.
Yeah.
We just keep going back to the same place, doing the same things every single time. All right, so do we need this? Mike Myers says that we haven't seen the last of the international man of mystery, Austin Powers.
If only we had. Yeah.
It was just the same bits over and over. And, there were several things, several gags that they just did a rehash on.
Exactly.
I wouldn't mind something fresh.
No, and that would be the key. But if you remember the movie The Love Guru,
Yeah.
many of the Austin Powers jokes were in that as well.
I agree. I had looked forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's the same
structure.
Same tone.
Yeah.
I saw a Verizon commercial last night with Mike Myers as Dr. Evil, and Seth Meyers is in it. I don't know
kidding.
that woman's name.
Oh, who played the woman who yells Scott?
Yeah.
God. Anyway, we know who it is.
And Rob Lowe
Yeah.
with the eye patch.
I love it. Number
Vern
2.
Troyer's dead, so we can't have a mini-me in this one.
No. So he had said that he was asked by a fan yesterday during Trevor Noah's World Cup watch party whether there would be an Austin Powers 4, and he simply responded, yes.
I was watching a couple of seconds of that. He was going nuts. Myers is apparently a huge soccer fan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he had the Norway jersey on.
No further details, but we've got that to go on. So he's saying, yeah, it's going to happen at some point. So
right.
We'll see if it's got legs or not.
Yay.
Then one last story. What do we do here? Disney Plus has announced that it's bringing back Rivals for a third season. The European import, which airs on Hulu in the States, stars David Tennant, Aidan Turner, and Danny Dyer, and tells the fictional story of the cutthroat, scandal-filled world of independent regional television in Britain in the 80s. Very specific. Season 3 will consist of 12 episodes, and no word yet on when it will premiere, as the second half of Rival Season 2 won't air until November. So heads up on that. All right, we got some clips. After a tornado interrupts their senior year, a group of students decide to finish their education in their 30s in Never Change. And here, John Reynolds explains what it's like both starring in and directing the film.
Starring in a movie you wrote is terrifying. It's like hosting a wedding every single day, and I just wanted everyone to have a really good time on set. Okay. And I succeeded.
Never Change streams today on Hulu. Next clip. The mayor of a curse-ridden New England town tries to make it a tourist destination in Widow's Bay. And here, Matthew Reese shares the show's uniqueness is what made him sign on to the project.
It was nothing like I'd read before. When it was pitched, the term horror comedy doesn't really, I think, do it enough justice. It's something far more kind of complex than that. There's true dark humor to it.
The season finale of Widow's Bay streams today on Apple TV Plus. I'm excited.
Only is he's Welsh. Not only is he Welsh, he's very much is completely antithetical to the character.
And
You would
do
have
not-
no indicator.
You don't get that at all from him.
They had him in the Criterion closet selecting. I remember when I was a wee lad growing up. I remember this made such an impact on my life.
Yeah, and then
Where are
when
you
he's-
hiding that?
And in Widow's Bay, he plays this New Englander, straight American, voice, and I would never pick up on it. The season finale is today, which look forward to it. All right, and there you go. It's your entertainment report for you this morning. Got a few things on our agenda today, friends. We are going to give away your chance to join us for a very special acoustic performance by Brent and Zach of Shinedown. It takes place on Monday. We will have a pair of tickets to give away at some point this morning. We'll tell you when to call in for that.
Should we offer our violin assistance to the?
We could.
Yeah.
I mean, they are going to be playing acoustic. We could show them what you can do, Steve, please, if you wouldn't mind, in case
You're going to make him.
Brent and Zach are listening. So, yeah,
if
please.
the guys are listening.
Okay. Oh, he's got his bow. A little closer to the mic, please. Oh, yes. By the way, Somebody texted in yesterday and said that sounds like the violin part from Young Frankenstein.
I thought the same thing.
Cloris Leachman. Frau, wait, what's her name?
Frau Brucker.
Frau Brucker.
Not
yeah.
Frau Farbizna, who is in
Austin Powers?
Yeah.
The Scott?
Yeah,
It all comes back together.
I love this scene where
Yes.
he's climbing up. No, let him do it himself.
Oh, my
And
God.
he's like, "Can you?"
Yeah, it's the best. All right, so Brent and Zach, we got those tickets. We'll give those away today. We will also check in with our friends Mike and Alex over at Fox Good Day. A little TV time. We all look fresh and ready to go for that. And we'll have actress Patricia Heaton joining us in the 9 o'clock hour, amongst many other things, my friends. So we'll take this break now. We'll come back and we'll get it rolling. All right, stay with us. We'll return shortly.
93.3 WMMR and Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia present the 21st annual I Bleed for Preston and Steve Blood Drive, Friday, June 19. A full day of blood-giving goodness at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center in Oaks.
Old owners get the newest Preston and Steve shirts and the satisfaction of knowing you made a difference for someone in their time of need. We'll be broadcasting live all day, so make your plans now to donate, benefiting the American Red Cross.
Appointments are required, so secure your spot today at WMMR.com. The 21st annual I Bleed for Preston and Steve Blood Drive, sponsored by Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Voted Best Casino in Pennsylvania by Casino Player Magazine from 93.3 WMMR. Putting Philly first.
Richard Arthur Potratz, that's it, Potratz, says that he's not sure why he started mixing hard liquor and narcotics cocktail of fentanyl and hydromorphone while driving a charter bus carrying 52 Saskatoon grade school students back in March.
Well, I just probably assume it seemed like the thing to do.
Yeah, the veteran driver, 71 years old, by the way, said in court that he'd been battling chronic back pain for 2 decades and the pills weren't cutting it anymore.
I've got some precious cargo here. It'd really help if I was tripping balls.
His pain was, he said, 12 on a scale of 10 that day. He was behind the wheel of a Prince Albert Northern Bus Lines charter with grades 6, 7, and 8 students on board. Saskatoon police responded to calls about an erotic driver.
Hi, everyone. Is everyone enjoying their trip? I know I am. I feel so steamy up here.
Erratic driver.
Look, he's got a boner.
Look at me. I'm going to touch the top of the bus. Peanut butter.
Erratic driver. They arrived to find the bus on the side of the highway, and Portratz passed out on the back seat of a car driven by a parent who was following. And he said, I've come to the full realization of how much fear I caused. I take full responsibility for what happened that day. He pleaded guilty to driving with a blood alcohol level over the legal limit. The prosecutor, Jane Lang, presented a report that detailed his various medical maladies and a victim impact statement from a teacher on the bus who asked to remain anonymous.
Normally I throw the book at you, but you are so goddamn erotic.
The teacher said that they thought of the Humboldt Broncos fatal crash. I don't know what that means.
No, yeah.
As they frantically buckled students into their seats while the bus wove across lanes and into the shoulder of the busy highway. Lang proposed a conditional sentence of 2 years to be served in the community, followed by a 2-year prohibition, and he did not contest the proposal.
By the way, did he in fact have back pain, or was that just a, did they confirm or deny that?
I don't know. I think he did, but you can't take fentanyl and booze and drive kids.
Yeah.
maybe call out sick that day.
Yeah, maybe so.
It seems risky.
All right, one more story. I can't take this anymore. My nose is running like a faucet right now. I'm sorry. Let's end with this one. If driverless cars are the future, we might see way more of this. A Waymo took a left turn right into the middle of a police standoff, and it was all caught on video. Viral video spreading on social media shows one of the driverless ride service vehicles taking the left turn in downtown Los Angeles, cruising right into the middle of some crossfire. The problem is, the Waymo goes right past a man who's on the ground face down next to a truck as LAPD cars and officers lined up behind him and shout commands. Adding dramatic effect, an LAPD helicopter is heard circling overhead. And folks taking the video were laughing while the Waymo was driving into the eye of the storm.
Hi, I'm Johnny Cab.
A rep for Waymo said, The vehicle cleared the scene in a matter of seconds, and the passengers inside made it safely to their destination.
So the Waymo can't determine or realize that they're driving to an active shooting situation.
Yep. Waymo's rollout in Los Angeles hasn't been without some speed bumps. A car got pulled over in Beverly Hills for an illegal turn, and Waymo suspended service this summer when cars were being torched at some points. How can you tell if you're good in bed or you need some schooling in the sack?
Ask the pimp.
There are some warning signs to watch out for, according to sex coaches, therapists, and counselors.
And your neighbor who's watching through the binoculars.
Oh, and that guy, too. It's Steve next door.
Raise your pelvis.
Yeah. All right, so here are some things that might be some warning signs. You struggle to stay in the moment. It says a lot of us struggle with this, but psychologist and intimacy coach Dr. Lori Beth Bisbee points out that great sex requires all parties to be present, connected, and focused on each other and what they are doing. They don't have any examples of what not being in the moment in the middle of sex are.
No, this is something you can do if it's protocol, if it's frowned upon. Can you ask the cuck how?
You can talk to the cuck. Well, I don't know if you can or if she can. Does this look
right?
It depends on who's cucking, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Are there official rules to cucking?
I don't know.
There's Canadian rules.
Not official rules, but I think it's home field rules.
If it's Bill Weston, you can ask him questions because he'll give you answers.
I'd use your index finger. Ring finger never gets
talking and listen to me.
I need you to stop talking and use your index finger.
I get off. Here's another thing. You
don't leave out your elbow.
You don't check in before, during, or after sex. According to, oh my God, sexpert Annabelle Knight.
Oh my God.
Annabelle. Yeah. Never asking your partner what they like is a missed opportunity. Annabelle says silent sex isn't bad.
Oh, I'd like you to leave.
But zero communication often means zero collaboration.
Let's collab.
So you should talk about your likes and dislikes and your preferences.
With the mailman.
If that's part of it, yeah. All right, here's another sign. Your partner has given up on giving you feedback. If they've tried before and felt that you didn't listen, sex and relationship coach Gemma Nice says that may be quiet quitting.
What's
trying
that name?
to talk about it. What?
What's her name again?
Gemma Nice.
Oh, I've never heard that.
Yeah, Gemma or Gemma, Gemma. Yeah.
It's a pretty name.
So here's another one. You rarely last long enough for your partner to finish. Women take longer, typically between 20 and 30 minutes, while men usually last between 5 and 7 minutes. Communication is key if this is a problem in your love life, so you can figure out how to make it work. Mm-hmm. You treat sex like a performance. Says trying too hard to be good in bed can backfire, so try to treat it like an experience and not a one-person show.
That's why I use Benadryl.
You don't have to show off.
Right.
Have you ever, in your years of sexual prowess, attempted something that was
well outside my range?
Yeah.
I'm going to put this wingsuit away.
I remember,
I don't know if prowess would ever apply to me.
I remember a couple times saying things that were out of porn and not realizing that porn is porn
and it's not real.
Sex is different than porn.
Formaldehyde.
I mean, no, you know what I mean.
I know what you're talking about.
And just having it, and in the middle of it, I'd be like, well, that's not how that was supposed to go.
Stop laughing.
No, I don't want to do anything.
Now I'm embarrassed.
I'm going back.
I'm totally mad.
Yeah.
Absolute embarrassment. Yeah, don't believe porn.
Porn is not a good instructor.
Porn is a liar.
Yeah.
We're going to go in to the gift section of the store this morning, and we're going to tell you a little bit about the Golden Globes bag that they have, the gift bags they have to give away. The ultimate gift bag is what they call it.
These things, you just, many times they're mouth-wateringly good, like insane gifts.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't imagine, because I love a gift bag. And the gift bags we get is, you know, like you might get like a sweatshirt or
a koozie
or a koozie or a pen. I'm like, ooh,
not quite.
So the price, the worth is down a little bit from last year, but it still comes in at close to $1 million.
Isn't that
the
insane?
bag?
Yeah,
$1 million. And so it's a first come first serve basis, which I don't really
I didn't realize
understand how you get in line to get these bags. So there are some things that are only limited, and if you don't get it before it's gone, then you don't get it.
So this is going specifically to the presenters, yes?
Presenters and nominees.
Okay.
So yeah, that's apparently it says the actual story that I have here said that it's first come first serve basis, and it is for I believe winners and presenters.
So and part of the deal with the dollar value is so high is because you have these major sponsors.
Yes.
They know they're going to get traction by being part of this bag.
All right, it may not be nominees. It just says winners and presenters.
Okay, all right.
So listen to this. So they
make us envious.
Well, they have. Oh, it's big time. They have them broken down into a couple of categories. They have travel and experience, beauty and wellness, and then wine, spirits, and cigars.
So the travel sometimes blows me away.
Oh yeah. Well, get ready.
All right.
I won't even go through all of them. There's too many of them. So
Do they have koozies?
Here's one of the trips. Casa Belmar by Destinations in Paradise. So, yeah, you have to mention these sponsors, and that's what they get. So, it's a 3-night stay in San Jose del Cabo, Mexico, at a beachfront villa. It's available to 5 recipients. It's a $25,000 value. But that's just the beginning. It gets more intense. So, Celestia Finici is a 5-day luxury yacht charter through the Coral Triangle in Indonesia.
I mean, come on!
That is a $60,000 gift, and it's available to all participants.
I get excited for my Dunkin' gift card.
Then you have the Conrad Koh Sumai, which is 3 nights in the Gulf of Thailand at the Royal Villa. It's a $15,370 value, available to 3 recipients. You have the Conrad Maldives Rengali Island. It's a 2-night stay at the Muraka, which is spelled Muraka, the world's first undersea residence, followed by a 2-night stay at the Rengali Ocean Pavilion. That's a $70,000 prize, and that's available to 5 recipients. I would like to see what the undersea residence looks like at the Conrad Maldives Rengali Island.
So I've did a whole bunch of YouTube videos on there's a handful of these places. There's one that looks amazing, Preston, where you're the hotel room, the suite, there are a couple of them are literally underwater, big, huge windows, like the toilet. You're literally looking out at the coral reef.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing. I don't know if that's this one in particular.
Yeah,
but it's something that is a bucket list item.
There's one down in Florida called, and it's for scuba divers, but it's called the Jules Verne. My cousins stayed there because they're big scuba people, and you just dive right out of your room, and you're underwater.
So is it just the room? Because this was kind of like a suite underwater. Yeah.
And I think it's just the room, and just when I was looking at pictures, it didn't look like super extravagant, but it was just kind of cool.
I think this is what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, Preston.
I found a photo of it.
That's it.
And this is outrageous.
I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah. Wow.
Imagine if you wake up and you forgot you're in that room.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm drowning!
Here's a story about mall Santas. They work for Santa.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they handle the load leading up to Christmas.
Santa's got to go.
So, but
he's got a load to handle.
They recently have gone on Reddit. Thanks, Marissa. I giggled for just a moment because I was about to use the phrase, we're going to open a can of worms here. And it made me think of something I did yesterday. I saved a worm yesterday.
Did you? Oh, yes. That's a good thing.
He was crawling across the pavement.
Yeah, it was hot.
It was warm.
Yeah.
The sun was coming down. I'm like, buddy, let me help you out.
I love doing that.
I picked him up and I dropped him in the mulch where he could find a more suitable spot.
Grabbed him.
yeah, right.
Couldn't find him on the pavement. No, I love that.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, besides that, the can of worms that I'm going to open up is I saw a Reddit post. It was last week. We didn't get a chance to get to it, and this is just a conversation to have. And the question asked, and I don't have the Reddit forum in front of me here, but I'll give you the basics of what I recall. It was, what is the most overrated band in any genre. And listen, this is opinion, obviously, and I think, is there a difference between overrated band or band you don't get?
So
you know what I mean?
They can be both. I think it's going to inform, one is going to inform the other.
Right.
So because my selection would be, well, I do get them. I just don't get what's
the big deal?
Yeah.
All right, so before any of us reveal what that might be, and we'll open up the phones for this, but the overwhelming responses that I saw on this,
some biggies,
was Kiss.
They were going to be mine.
No kidding.
Yes, and I was scared to say it because I don't know them when they were new.
Right.
So I don't know how innovative they were.
That's the thing. And that's kind of what you have to remember. And that's mine, okay? So my one that I would put on what I call overrated, and I have gained an appreciation. This is a person. This is a musician.
Oh,
this is
okay,
not
a band.
I have gained an appreciation for him over time. But Bob Dylan, touted as one of the greatest musicians who ever walked the face of the earth. That's the overrated part that I don't understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
absolutely.
Great music, sure. Questionable singer, yeah. But greatest songwriter ever, I don't see that part, and I think that's the overrated part of
By
it.
the way, throughout his career, he has been accused of plagiarizing. And I love Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
I love some of my favorite songs are Bob Dylan songs.
Yeah.
Some of the worst concerts I ever attended were Bob Dylan concerts.
Coming back this
right,
summer.
Marissa, I know you're sitting in the same boat. To the Kiss thing, I remember when Kiss first came out, Preston, my neighbor Scott Sullivan came over and showed me the cover with their, like, what is that?
Yeah.
And that's what caught so early, Marissa, for so many people. And I think that's what, is so resounding about Kiss. It's a nostalgic jump back to your younger years. For Dylan, I think there are many people who would agree with you on that. You want to hear mine?
Yeah.
Radiohead.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay. And you like a few songs.
I like
a few songs. But the Pink Floyd comparisons and stuff like that, I don't get that.
Lavish praise on them.
Yeah.
Didn't they get back together in the past couple of years? Because I remember it being a big deal, and I remember walking in here and being like, oh my God, Radiohead guys, they're coming back together, because I was trying to ride the wave, and you guys were all like,
Yeah, I know.
And I've tried to take a deep dive on those guys on multiple occasions.
Kid A and all
Amnesia,
that.
Computer.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a big thing. There's going to be like I forget what it was, but it was a simultaneously broadcast live event. And, I think even maybe Y100 was involved with it or whatever. And I'm like, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
And I
we're
couldn't.
Going to create a lot of enemies during this segment.
Well, Radiohead.
You're going to hurt some people's feelings.
Let's all be open to this. Because somebody's going to call in and say the Beatles, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I will, defend that. I will burn this bitch to the ground. But 610.
Take a flamethrower to this place.
610-660-9333. And that's because, listen, and some people do say the Beatles because they are heralded as the greatest band ever, greatest songwriters ever, and all that. Yeah. And some people are like, I don't think so. But yeah, I guess, and with perspective, maybe it can shed some light. Like Kiss, there was nothing that had ever been seen like them before. And they did have catchy songs, although lyrically, Christine 16 and there's my buddy Will loves this line. I forgot what song it's from, but it's she's a dancer, a romancer. I'm a Capricorn and she's a Cancer.
it rhymes.
Yeah, now you're just stream of conscious.
But the same thing with the Beatles. You have to look at how they came out on force and they released all the albums they released in a very short amount of time and groundbreaking and changing production and all that stuff. But some people don't get it.
It's a matter of taste, but
yes.
But to take the step of saying overrated. And I get that.
Overrated.
Yeah, and so for the Beatles, though, you can't. If you want to say that about the Beatles, that's okay. I staunchly disagree, but that's how we have this conversation.
Yeah.
I have another one, and society has proved me wrong on this, but I don't get Taylor Swift. I from the very beginning, I thought the songs were catchy, but I thought she was overrated, and then this she's just grown, and she has this whole secondary world of fandom. And I appreciate her as a business person, but I don't think the music's as good as people say it is.
You've always been a punk rock chick.
Fair.
A. B. You're past her, the sweet spot for her, I think, right?
Yeah, I agree.
You're not.
I almost compared it to like Avril Lavigne at one point. I was like, it's catchy.
Yeah.
I wear short shorts. She wears whatever it is.
Well, that song pisses me off because everything she sings about in that song, she is now. You know what I mean? Like she wears, I wear, she's cheer captain. I'm in the bleachers. Like she's marrying an NFL player, like all of that stuff. I'm like,
Life will do that to you.
Yeah.
So coming across the text, just taking a peek here, I'm seeing a lot of Oasis come up. I'm seeing several people are saying the Beatles. Radiohead, Dave Matthews Band, several Pearl Jams have come in as well.
Let me tell you, that first album blew me away.
Yeah.
Loved it. Then there was a little bit of okay. And then back. Like, so
Wait, which band?
Pearl Jam.
Okay, Pearl Jam.
So it hasn't been balls to the wall. Love Pearl Jam. But there are specific works, specific albums and songs. I'm like, it's amazing stuff.
Do you guys think Pearl Jam would be as big if Kurt Cobain did not die?
Yes.
You're saying you think Eddie Vedder killed him?
Yeah, I think there was
this.
I think there was space for both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of bands popped up, but those were the two big biggies that came out of that world.
This is Eddie. I'm gonna kill Kurt. Expect a career bump.
Let me go to some calls. I'm going to go to Christy. Hi, Christy. You're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry to bother you at work.
It's all good, Christy. So we're talking about this Reddit thread, which was most overrated bands of any genre. And what did you want to add to that?
To make more enemies, I'm going to say Bruce Springsteen, and I'm Gen X. Grown up in good old Jersey.
So almost by law, you have to be a Springsteen fan. But early Springsteen, I was completely wrapped up in. I even was like Nebraska and all that stuff. But after a while, the worship of Springsteen got to be too much.
So, Christy, are there any songs of his you like, or because we had mentioned a couple groups are like, yeah, I like a song here and there, but I don't think that they're the greatest thing ever. Is that kind of where you fall, or you're just not like Bruce at all?
But they kind of all just blend in to me, all blend in together.
I love those. Dog has a bone.
Yep.
Listen, I can feel what
I
can feel what you're saying, Christy. But then sometimes those songs are used in a great setting, like watching the Burrows.
The Burrows,
excellent.
Right? Thunder Road. I was crying.
Right?
Yes.
I've never heard that song that way before.
Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah. To that point, Christy, and I think Preston was asking, there are many different periods in Springsteen's career. Like, I think an album that a lot of people sort of dismiss is one of my favorites came later on, Tunnel of Love.
Oh, Tunnel of Love. There were some good songs on that. That was without the E Street
and very atypical for Springsteen.
Yeah. All right. Well, Christy, I'm sure people certainly agree with you. You don't get it. I understand. Thank you very much for sharing. We will go, and some of these are huge bands. You know what I mean? We're talking about overrated. This is Lou, who's on the line. Hey, Lou, good morning.
Hey, am I on the air?
Yeah. Sweet. All right, Lou.
I don't get this band. I don't get anything about them. U2. Wow. The sound, the look, I can't stand them. Okay. They're like, I blame them for Coldplay. I blame them for 90% of societal problems. If I were Irish, I would be even more embarrassed. They're god-awful.
God-awful is...
They are to Ireland what Tony Danza is to Italian American embarrassment.
Wow. Lou, like you say, the look. They didn't have a look.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. You remember
especially
Bono's first look?
Yeah.
That was one of the looks.
But the whole shtick about them, there's nothing. I think Edge is a completely overrated guitarist. They hurt my ears.
Okay.
But you cannot. So this is exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So again, there's so much of U2 that I love.
Well, they're one of I have a playlist called the Big Five.
Yeah.
And U2 is in there. They're one of my all-time favorite bands. But Lou thinks they're overrated. That's cool.
Lou, I don't. There's a lot that I don't disagree with you about.
Yeah.
The look, I don't necessarily see what you say, quote unquote, a shtick. I don't see a shtick per se.
There is. Go ahead.
I feel like Bono was trying to rip off Neil Peart with the look, and he doesn't have a quarter of his talent.
So that was my next question to you, Lou. Who is your favorite band?
My favorite band, actually, my favorite band of all time is Seven Dust. They're on the lower tier, but love them. But and Rush, I would say Rush is a close second.
Okay. All right. You know there are people that despise Rush and don't get it.
Appreciate it, Lou.
Well, then they should.
I didn't mean to hang up on you, buddy. They should. I would love to have heard what you had to say. They should rot in hell.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to this one. This is Joe. Hi, Joe. You're on the air. Good morning, buddy.
Gadzooks, guys.
Gadzooks to you. So we're talking about overrated bands. Who would you add to that list?
I might ruffle some feathers here, but I think Queen is very overrated.
Oh, stab me in the heart. I love Queen, but I understand. If you don't get it.
Have you seen the movie Bohemian Rhapsody?
See, that's where I'm going with this. I'm in the younger generation.
Right.
So growing up, my dad put me onto the Beatles, and then after that I found The Who and Led Zeppelin and the Stones and whatnot.
All right.
And Queen just never really hit me like that. I like a few of their songs, their 70s stuff primarily. But once the movie came out, apparently everyone's a Queen fan. Everyone's a Knicks fan now.
I'll say this, and it helps put things in perspective. And you can even see in the movie when they came out with things like Bohemian Rhapsody, everybody go, what is this? This is gimmicky rock.
Yeah.
And the critics said that about them. Freddie Mercury talked about how they were not really loved by the critics.
Yeah, sure.
Well, they never really had a hit record, right? They've had hit songs, but never one album where it was boom. This is
Night of the Opera.
Yeah.
How many songs were on that one?
I think. Well, so you had Bohemian Rhapsody. I think Killer Queen might have been on there. I don't know the track list in case. I'd have to see, but
that's what I was thinking. They don't have that big record the Beatles or Led Zeppelin or the Who do.
Or U2.
But you raise a good point. Bands where there are bands that I love that have songs that I hate.
Yeah.
Sure. Where there's maybe 4 or 5 songs, and that's why I love a band and really aren't familiar with a lot of the other stuff and it doesn't matter to me. But I love that band.
Yeah.
We had Brian May in here 10, 15 years ago, and I will never forget, we had 2 or 3 of the rock people at MMR. I think it was Rockstar Rob and Sean were down here fawning over Brian May. We had Jerry Springer in a couple weeks later, and there was 50 people back here to tell you the level of fandom.
I never liked Jerry Springer's music.
No. It was a little overrated, I thought. But
he's like Radiohead.
But Joe, and we lost him on the line there. I just when Bohemian Rhapsody came out and everybody became a Queen fan, for me, I was like, it's about time.
Yeah.
I was happy to see that happen because I'm I'd always loved that band. Now I don't love all their deep cuts, but
agreed. You raised another point. I didn't want to go off on another tangent. I was thinking about that, where you have been a proponent, and it seems like the world catches up with you on something that you like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I've been experiencing that lately, and I don't want to go off on a rail, but Zack Snyder, Man of Steel, Batman v. We talked to him for years, saying these are masterpieces, and I'm seeing more and more of that pop up, so I feel vindicated. It's thanks for catching up, everyone. And that's what happened with Queen.
That can break either way, though. That can break with finally, this is happening. Or it's, really?
Latecomer?
Oh, really?
Sorry, bandwagon jumper?
Yeah, exactly. All right, let me go to Mary, who we got next. Hi, Mary. Good morning to you.
Good morning, it.
Good morning to see you. All right, so most overrated band of all time, any genre?
For me, it's Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Okay. Yeah.
The whole hype, especially the whole hype over Smells Like Teen Spirit, I just don't get it.
Okay. I was kind of in your camp for a little while as well, Mary, where I was like, greatest, this band is, as somebody was touting them as just they made everything happen. And I was like, I thought that was overstating things a bit, but I eventually came around and realized what an impact they made.
So I think what happened was they were and God bless, but the death of Kurt Cobain to the death of John Lennon, and I thought,
right.
Yeah.
But I remember though talking to this point, Mary, is that I remember literally the program director coming down when I was at WDRE in Garden City, New York, with the Nirvana album, saying, "This is where it changes."
Yeah, right. This is the future of radio, jabronis.
Yeah, but it did. It did.
Yeah.
I mean, once we started playing that, everything shifted.
I didn't like the video, and so for me, a lot of things at that time during MTV. Like my perception of the music was shaped by the video. And so they're like Peter Gabriel, like Big Time and Sledgehammer. I really didn't appreciate those for how good of songs they were because I didn't like the videos.
Yeah.
Black Hole Sun, same thing. I'm like, I hate this video. I hate this video.
Right.
Yeah.
But Mary, it was just, it never clicked with you.
Nope. First of all, generally speaking, Nirvana's just a little too grungy for me.
Yeah.
All right.
And just that song, I don't know. I just didn't get the hype over that song.
Okay.
There are a couple of Nirvana songs that people adore that I'm
tired of Come As You Are.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that song anymore. I know it's a huge hit, but it's just a downer. And I'm like, I don't want this for now. But to point out Nirvana real quick, and the one that I had mentioned, Bob Dylan, as overrated, I think. But the one thing you have to hand it to bands or musicians like that is there are people who kicked down doors.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob Dylan would be one. In the movie A Complete Unknown, there's a sequence with it where Pete Seeger is telling him, hey, we've been trying to keep this whole folk thing going, and people bring these teaspoonful of support, these little teaspoons, and we're trying to fill this thing up. And he goes, Bob, you came in with a shovel.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. So I kind of opened up my eyes on that. He kicked down a door, and Nirvana kicked down a door, because once it hit, you had all these groups just came out of that had been under this undercurrent. They were there, they hadn't been tapped, and all of a sudden, once Nirvana kicked the door down, they were all welcomed in.
How many bands of that time that were, say, on the Loverboy level or whatever?
Yeah.
Look at and we'll say Nirvana did us in.
There was an example specifically of the band Warrant, who was having huge hit records, and Laney, I forgot his name, the lead singer, had said he came into their office after that, to the record company's office, and their platinum album was taken down off the wall, and Nirvana's was put up in place, and he's like, oh.
There you go.
Janie Lane, that was his name. All right, so let's see if we get some more. I got Ron on the line. We're talking about overrated bands, in your opinion. Ron, good morning.
What's going on? Thrasher the Bull here from YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Welcome, Ron. All right, so most overrated band of all time in any genre.
I'm going to give you two of any genre. First and foremost, huge thrash metal fan. Metallica.
That's a bold statement there, sir.
Now, let me explain.
Okay, go ahead.
I do like Metallica.
Right.
I like the first three albums, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, and
Justice for All.
The third one right now. I just woke up. But
That's all good.
over the years,
Master of Puppets.
Sorry. Yeah, Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
Over the years,
I like puppets.
They over the years they just gotten way too commercial for me.
I think it's hard to sustain that, though. I mean, look at any band in history that has had any sort of history to it. And we're talking about decades and decades of history. To be able to be that prolific in that way for that long, I think
you're
it's
exactly right.
Impossible.
You're right, but the thing is, for me, listening to that genre of music, there are better bands who are still under them. Exodus is one of them. Testament is another one.
Well, let's hear from Ryan.
Like
Ryan is the resident massive Metallica fan. Ryan?
Ron, you're listing great thrash metal bands, and I like that you take the point that a lot of people do where Metallica, softened up after the Black Album. But I mean, I want to go back to Preston's point, which is kicking down doors. In 1991, when that Black Album came out, there were news reports showing all these kids lining up around the block to go and get this record, and introduced an entire world to heavy metal. Another point in context. Metallica, for the 30th anniversary of the Black Album, put up this thing called the Blacklist, which I'm holding in my hand, and it features artists covering their music ranging from Miley Cyrus to J Balvin and all these different people. So I'm really.
I've heard that.
Right. Go ahead.
I've heard that album, and Pharrell Williams does a crappy version of a song in there, and I like Pharrell. Now, speaking on the rap side, I also listen to rap music. Jay-Z.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got
that's another person I really can't stand.
So Jay-Z.
And Beyonce.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Beyonce.
All right, okay.
I feel like Beyonce's
the
overrated.
Power couple.
Yeah.
Like I have friends who love Beyonce. They bow down to the queen. F that queen.
Ron, you're hardcore today. Yeah.
All right, Ron.
Yeah.
And well, listen,
I just woke up, so I'm
That's all right.
it's all good. This is what we're opening up the phones for, letting people to say it. Why not? Go ahead. All right, Ron.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, buddy.
All
Thank you.
opinions are welcome here.
Yeah. There was another one that popped up. I'll ruffle some feathers here. I didn't think about this until I saw this on the screen. And apologies to the late great, but Grateful Dead. The
thing is,
I like some of the hits. They're pretty cool, but the religious following for the band, I think, is an overrated.
May I add on to that? I think it is a DNA cousin.
Yeah.
In a way, Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about the cult of personality, if you're talking about the culture. And I love that people love both those that love the Grateful Dead the way they
community.
do, and have had decades of experiences that have just made their lives so much better. I just can't find it.
So here's what I'm going to say to that, and I'm going to lump a bunch of bands that don't belong together. But when you say the Grateful Dead or Rush or Jimmy Buffett, I don't think they're overrated. I think they're rated just fine because they're not thrust mainstream the same way your other bigger bands are. Your
That's a good argument.
U2s,
Where they're shoved in your face.
Where they're shoved in your face. So like Fish is not overrated because they're rated just fine. They have plenty of haters out there. Rush has plenty of haters out there. Buffett, plenty of haters. Grateful Dead, plenty of haters.
Fanatical fan bases, but they're not. The coverage is not so draped over everything that it would be considered overrated.
So when you
That's a good argument.
And there's not an expectation.
No, yeah.
I think it has to do with the expectation that, well, of course you love them.
Yeah.
That's a good clarification, Casey.
Yeah, I think it's the culture that might be overrated for me instead of the music.
Okay.
Like, I'm thinking that with Beyonce and Taylor Swift and Jimmy Buffett and Kenny Chesney, their music didn't break down any doors, but it has built this culture around it, one of which I am a big fan of.
By the way, there's a text, Marissa. It says, keep Taylor's name out your damn mouth. Right. She is correctly rated, they said, with some heart emojis and laughing emojis.
Well, all right. So can you go to line 7? Because I agree with this. And so, but what I say is, like, structurally, their song structure is this band that you're about to go to, Taylor Swift, Katy Perry. I feel like it's all the same thing. It's just this formulaic.
It's Derek that wants to chime in. Derek, you're on the air, buddy. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. What's what overrated band you think you want to name here?
The Foo Fighters.
All right, and your reason for that?
I just don't like them. I don't like Dave Grohl, and most of their music sounds pretty much the same.
You're saying there's a similarity to all of their stuff.
Yeah, they're all exactly the same.
Okay.
I agree with you. I like structurally the songs, it'll be like and then it's like this soft opening. It's like this song is different. It starts off like hard. A lot of the
Monkey
songs
Wrench starts strong.
The ingredient I like,
but go ahead. You hear that frequently in their releases.
But it's I'll say I understand exactly what you're saying, but like when I get chocolate chips, cookies, I expect to taste chocolate chips. So when I listen to the Foo Fighters, I expect to get the sound that they give in every song.
Correct.
So that works for me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I love them because they came out right at the right time for me, where I was crossing over between this like all into like a hard punk and they had some like hard rock songs, but there's enough of their music that's kind of slow and melodic that I just don't like. Like, I will admit that one of my favorite bands, I do not like a lot of their songs. You were saying that, Steve. But I think they also do a good job of covering so many different genres that they just grow their audience.
One of my favorite Foo Fighters songs is not a song that's played on the radio, and it doesn't necessarily, it's a melodic. Do you know the song Aurora?
Yeah,
I
beautiful.
love that song. It's a beautiful song. And it's like on a couple of my different playlists.
How are we doing on time-wise as we're going on Fox Good Day?
We got to wrap it in like 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna read off some of these, and I apologize to everybody who is on hold. Joe says Red Hot Chili Peppers, all songs sound identical.
It's another Foo Fighters thing.
Brandon says Smashing Pumpkins. Billy Corgan sounds like his son whining. Frank just hung up. Bob says Guns N' Roses. They don't stack up talent-wise with other bands. Bad guitar licks. Wow. Samantha says Beastie Boys. All the songs have the same beat.
Yeah.
Rob says Chris Cornell. Never liked him in any band. Singing style is annoying.
Oh, wow.
Which is what some people believe.
Yeah.
Mike R says Lou Reed.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll go with that one.
It's expected that you love the Velvet Underground and that you love Lou Reed. I appreciate some
it's
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I sit.
And
They've
there's
really come around on me, man.
Catchy songs, but you know what? They influenced a lot of bands, and that's you gotta hand that over
What's
as well.
the saying goes? It's something
Two in the
about
pink, one in the snow.
like all of your favorite bands have been influenced by the Velvet Underground.
I doubt it.
Not necessarily.
The Beatles were before them.
Yeah.
Somebody was on the line and said Rush. We lost him earlier. So I get that. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But like Casey had said, you put it in perspective for me with the Grateful Dead and Fish and Jimmy Buffett and bands like that have this die-hard, will always support fan base. That's different than Overrated.
So Springsteen gets shoved in your face all the time. A lot of these artists, the ones that really we're talking about Overrated, are the ones that I can't get away from them because people are constantly shoving them in my face.
Van Halen is a text coming in about that. Prince say I don't see what's so special about Prince. Need to do a deep dive on that. Talking Heads. Somebody says terrible. What? Stevie Nicks can't stand her voice. Don't get what the appeal is. Sounds like a cat dying.
That's what I love.
Somebody says I don't understand Morrissey and believe he is 100% overrated. And somebody says as a 37-year-old. Elvis Presley. Wow.
Oh, you know who I can't stand now? She's come around on me. The Taste of Biscuit lady.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Taste the good.
She
of the biscuit.
She and Cobain came up together, but he could not dissuade her from biscuit songs.
It used to be Smells Like Biscuits.
Yeah, Smells Like Hot Biscuits.
He had to change it. So, all right. Well, listen. Interesting discussion. Continue this amongst your group at home, at work, wherever it may be, and see what conclusions you come up to. But thank you for your phone calls and your texts. We do appreciate it. We got to take a break. We're going to come back in a second. We're going to go on Fox Good Day, do a little TV time, and the Bizarre File is on the way too. Make sure you stay with us. Some of the best responses and silly responses from kids that they get who come and ask for things for Christmas.
I love this. Part of the fun of going over to the mall during the holidays is to see the kids sitting in the awe of meeting Santa, sometimes the terror.
Yeah.
But it's so adorable.
So this parent said, my son asked for a Green Bay Packer one year.
Just not a jersey, a player.
He had an entire plan about how he would feed him and take him outside to exercise, and he could sleep next to his toddler bed if he wanted to.
Was it a specific Packer or just any Packer?
It just said a Green Bay Packer, so I don't know. Another mall Santa said, I had a 15 to 17-year-old girl whisper to me that she wished that her acne would go away. Aww. And I, of course, had no training, and I was a dumb 22-year-old, and I told her that it would go away on its own. And I don't know if I traumatized her or helped her or not. Aww.
I think there was a documentary about mall Santas, and there was a woman who ran basically a school for how to interact with kids. It was the sweetest thing because they will get a kid who maybe have a situation like, can you make the acne go away? Can you get mommy and daddy back together again?
Yeah.
And if you're sitting there in the mall, you've got to address that. You know.
Yeah.
But it's a wonderful. it's just such a magical thing.
Yeah.
I saw a really sweet video yesterday, and it was at Universal Studios in California, and you can meet the Grinch, and of course they have great actors at these parks. And there's a guy playing a Grinch, and this little girl comes up, and he's going, "Oh, you've been waiting your whole life to meet me," and saying this, and she just looks up at him and goes, "Hola." And he goes, "Oh, no hablo inglés." And he goes into fluent Spanish, and the girl just lights up.
Don't you just want to? It's like the scene in The Miracle on 34th Street with the deaf girl.
Oh, my God.
Tell me that doesn't kill you.
Okay, so I've seen that post several times that they go, it was Richard Burton who played the Santa Claus?
No, it was Richard Attenborough.
Sorry, Attenborough. But they say in the posts I've seen several times, it's like, the actress is deaf, and she didn't know that Richard Attenborough was going to sign back to her.
Right, yeah.
And that her reaction is real. I don't think that's legit.
It may not be.
Because it's a movie.
Yeah,
They've prepared for all of this stuff.
Because what if she signed "What the F"?
Yeah. But maybe I don't know. It seems too good to be true.
So in the
I'd like to find
original,
out.
the girl speaks
German?
German or something. Yeah,
Santa Claus.
And what do you want for Christmas? This isn't playing the way we wanted.
Und easy bake oven. An Ohio man was recently arrested for sending a baggie of methamphetamine through a bank's drive-through pneumatic tube system. Jason G. Smith was booked on drug-related charges earlier this week. We just had a story about a week ago of a guy sent a burning cigar in through one of those tubes. This incident occurred at a bank just east of Columbus. On the day in question, a bank employee called deputies to report finding a crystal-like substance consistent with methamphetamine in a baggie that accompanied a transaction sent through one of the bank's air tubes.
He looked like he could use a little meth.
Subsequent testing determined the substance in the small bag was, in fact, methamphetamine. Over the course of the ensuing investigation, authorities determined the defendant had inadvertently sent the package to the bank through the drive-thru.
Perhaps the bank has a Christmas meth club.
He was located nearby with the use of a police dog. They recovered additional suspected drugs and drug-related items from his truck, and they transported him to the county jail.
You want to willpower your way through like better mental health, listen, mental health is mental health, but mental well-being. You set a foundation, set your alarm a little bit earlier, get up, meditate, maybe read some positive literature, things along those lines.
Rub one out.
I think that helps. I think that, and then you take a little nappy poo afterwards.
To start? That's like midday, right?
The rub one out?
Yeah, why not?
There are a few different ways you can do it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's beautiful if the sun's rising through the window.
It's funny because, I talk to a lot of these people, and I'm talking like, people that I've met in like 12-step programs and stuff, and this is their foundation. They get up, they have a cup of coffee, and they read some literature, and they get a good foundation. They surround themselves with positive people, right? Yeah. And I sit there and I listen to us. I'm like, I already get up at 4:30. I can't get up any earlier to read this sort of stuff. So I have to figure out what sort of foundation would work best for me to set my mental well-being for the rest of the day.
I get up at 3:30 and I read poetry and I have my cup of coffee and I meditate and I rub one out.
No, you. I rub one out while I'm meditating. That's what I do.
Instead of a mantra.
Yeah.
Do you think anybody is right now while they're listening to us?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
Hey there. How you doing?
I wonder if someone. I know I'm going down this path, but I wonder if someone uses
us,
the show,
as sexual stimulant.
Listen, weirder things have happened. You've seen Pornhub.
This is true.
Yeah, there's people who get off on Rumspringa.
I don't know, man.
All right.
Anyway, how do I put this back on track?
610-663.
No, don't call in now. We're good.
I saw a video yesterday, and it looked great for a moment, and it was think of a piece of grid paper, and the person was filling in with colors what their anxiety level was every single day of the year, if they worked out, if there was a rest day, and it was great for one flip, and then she kept flipping and flipping and flipping, and she would have spent 10 or 15 minutes of her day just classifying what that day was to her.
That's too much work.
That becomes that very act of doing that, Marissa, would prove stressful to me.
Oh my gosh.
So again, I think you and I kind of do the same sort of thing. We pick our things, we lock, we're very habitual.
Yeah.
Any deviation from routine can be very alarming. So I try to get a little better with that. But, I always say, to people, do what's comfortable in a smaller way. Like, you see the people, as we talk about many times in January, who are sitting there with the salad without any dressing or anything on, and I'm going to eat cardboard, I'm going to lose weight, and whatever. Do something. Cut back on one thing.
Right.
Eat at a different time. You don't have to slam yourself.
A January 1st or January 2nd complete abrupt halt and change
Not
into
gonna work.
it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, take a tip from What About Bob and just take baby steps, right? If you have this goal of what you want to be or achieve, then give yourself some time to get there.
And January 1st, you say, I'm going to rub 5 out. Rub 1 out.
Rub 1 out.
All right, and then we'll do one more story, and we will wrap it up. You hear about this every now and then. A live hand grenade was discovered inside a donation bin at a Goodwill store in Florida. And this wasn't a replica. This is a real deal. Authorities immediately secured the scene, and they evacuated the Goodwill. The device was then safely retrieved and remotely detonated in a secure location by the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office bomb squad.
We can't take stuffed animals or hand grenades.
The explosive appeared to be a donated item. An employee discovered it in a bin near the donation door. And it's not the first time such a weapon has been found at a Goodwill in Florida. In 2018, several grenades were discovered after being donated to a Goodwill store in Jacksonville. The police department said, "We want to remind the community to thoroughly check all items before donating, ensuring that hazardous items such as explosives, firearms, or ammunition are not accidentally included."
My Goodwill has a box for bazookas.
They said, if you ever locate something that appears to be a hand grenade or other explosive device, do not touch or handle it, please.
Honey, are we using this hand grenade or can I give it to Goodwill?
Pierre Robert is here. Hey, man.
Hey, Tommy.
Nice to see you. He called me. So we were backstage at the 40th anniversary of a Live Aid event, and Pierre's walking around. He's going to be one of the hosts of this, and I hear him go, "All right, get ready, Tommy." And I didn't know he was talking to me. And he was referencing Tommy Tom Thompson. I was like, yes. And in fact, he brought it up during his intro on stage.
I think we have a little clip of my intro. Do we hit Casey that Ryan sent over from, you already talked about the event, but it was one of the great honors of my life to introduce you.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. The honor was all mine. Here it is.
But to relive the reunion part right now, we would like to do a Led Zeppelin song and to bring a certain gentleman on from our WMMR morning show. He happened to be a great guy, first of all. Intelligent, wild, powerful, and he and Preston, or he is Preston, but he and Steve make for a wonderful combination on our show and have for a number of years. They're 20 years with us at MMR and even more than that in Philly. And it's an incredible live and local morning show that cares about the community, does food drives. By the way, sorry to interrupt, but one other thing, this is a benefit for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
You interrupted yourself, didn't you?
I interrupted myself, and of course, it took me forever to get around to the introduction, but I'll get there. Stay with me.
Money, we'll go there. Martha has suffered from both of those illnesses, and that's why they wanted to make this, and she has recovered from them. God bless her. So there is hope. There's hope to feed the world. There's hope to cure illnesses when you come together. But at any rate, Preston and Steve do the blood drive, they do the food drive, they do so much for the community. But Preston also happens to be an incredible drummer. And Steel Panther, the mock heavy metal band, nicknamed him Tommy Thompson. And he is going to take the drums for this first song. So ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate the Led Zeppelin portion of Live Aid 40 years ago today, it was right about this time, maybe a touch earlier. Let us welcome Preston, Elliott, and the band to celebrate Led Zeppelin.
Go get him, Tommy.
Tommy.
My big intro. And I got to plug PJ Chad about. There it is. Right on time. Here we go.
Hey, Preston and Steve. I was talking about this yesterday. I wanted to get your opinion on this. If aliens ever come to Earth to visit, I would like to have this happen while I'm still alive. Just to experience it, because I think with all the conflicts between countries on Earth, man, that would bring us all together, wouldn't it?
Maybe. Common enemy type of thing. Well, I mean, why would we have to be Why would we have to be enemies? Maybe they're really good people.
Maybe. Well, yeah. There's the possibility of an all-out War of the Worlds attack. But listen, I believe they come in peace. I'm looking forward to this. I'm a big fan of anal probes, so I think it could be a wonderful event.
Gosh.
Right.
And you know that's what they do. And I look at Preston's got an alien right now.
Right here. One has come to visit already.
Look at that.
It's Alf. You remember Alf, right? Yeah.
It's Alf. I remember Alf. Was that from the 80s, that TV show?
That was from the
Alf?
80s. Yeah. You know what, though? There's something to consider here, though, if you stop and think about it. Who's to say aliens are not already here?
True.
Right?
They could be among us, like Men in Black style.
Like Men in Black.
Yeah. I wonder about some of my coworkers actually here. That's
a good point. That's a good point.
I think they walk among us.
It would be interesting to have that confirmation that intelligent life does exist. I believe that there is definitely life all over the universe and possibly intelligent life. I don't think we'll ever. I think it's just too vast for us to ever encounter another.
It's definitely it will involve.
That'd be cool.
So too.
Yeah, it'll involve a connecting flight for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no directs.
Yeah, there's a stopover in Alpha Centauri.
On Uranus.
Or Uranus.
Uranus, yeah. That place stinks.
Yeah.
He just had to get that in there.
Yep.
Every time.
So
you ever seen the rings around Uranus?
I thought that was Saturn. Does Uranus have rings?
Yeah.
I think Uranus has rings.
Yeah. No, listen, I'll put a ring on it.
Oh my gosh.
Does it have moons?
Uranus? It should, yeah. There should be moons around Uranus as well.
It's so
it
beautiful.
Has 29 moons?
Wow.
Gosh, I didn't know that. Do you know that?
I wonder if they call those dingleberries.
Oh my gosh.
Klingons.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Oh my gosh.
I think Pluto is the size of Russia. It's that small.
Wow.
Pluto used to be part of Russia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just outside of Moscow, right?
Well, as Pluto was downgraded, right? It is now it's a planetoid.
Planetoid, yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Pluto.
I know. It's so sad.
Well, this convo has
Let's
been
have a
something.
moment. I know, hasn't it, Alex?
Yeah.
I'm wondering how this is going to wrap up.
They were looking for a soul-searching sort of Close Encounters E.T. epiphany, and we're giving them Uranus.
Yeah. Right discussion.
Yeah.
Exactly. It all comes down to that.
Well, that was, we probed that.
Yeah, we did, Mike.
Yeah.
All right.
We pegged it. All right.
That convo went down the drain.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Thank you,
All right,
guys.
see you later, guys.
I will see you.
Straight
Wow,
up.
Mike added in pegging there.
Did you just make that joke up, or is that a joke, an ongoing
I
joke?
made it up.
The
The
Uranus and-
dingleberries?
Yes.
No.
Did you know that the moons around Uranus are called dingleberries? That's funny.
Thank you.
I'm going to write that down.
Please jot that down if you will.
will.
I liked his Klingon line. That's a more well-known line. But anyway, that was a fun one right there.
There's this little lag that sometimes makes it awkward.
Yeah, we have a delay here.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for years, and it's just what we got to deal with.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get a look at traffic. Let's get that going on. Marissa, what you got for us this morning?
We're jammed up on 295 and northbound between 42 and Haddonfield Berlin Road. Then on the Blue Route northbound from McDade Boulevard out to the Media Bypass, 76 eastbound from the Boulevard out to Vine. And then there's an accident on the westbound side. It's right after Gladwin. It's on the shoulder. It's jammed starting at the Boulevard. And the PA Turnpike westbound is slowing from Willow Grove out to Fort Washington. This traffic report is sponsored by Bet Online, one tournament, and the world stops here as this one's on home soil, and it's yours. Your call, your action, live lines and no limits. It's your year for the biggest soccer tournament. Bet Online has all the action you need. Bet on Bet Online, and that's your traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
All right, thank you, Marissa. By the way, somebody texted in case he said ALF stands for Alien Life Force. I think it's Alien Life Form. Yeah. Okay. A shout out before we do the beat file.
Yeah.
This is from Gloria, who is also known as Wisco Cheese Girl. She had texted in and said, hey, I'd like to request a juicy shout out on June 17th for YouTuber Rye Bread, a.k.a. Allie, my sister. And she's the one who introduced me to the show. We've always been close, but the show has made that bond stronger. Love you lots, Rye Bread, she says. So here's your shout out. And happy birthday to you.
We're good for sisters.
Yeah. All right, it's B-File time.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Partnered by Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. You can catch every international soccer match with fellow fans on the giant 52-foot video wall at Sports and Social inside Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Right in the heart of the Stadium District. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, Scottish soccer fans have managed to do what 2 centuries of St. Patrick's Day parades could not, and that is drink Boston dry.
Knew it. I knew this was going to happen.
The World Cup tourists managed to empty bars and liquor stores over the weekend after celebrating their team's first group stage victory at Gillette Stadium. The Tartan Army took over Boston's downtown area Saturday following Scotland's 1-0 win over Haiti, with Sam Adams revealing that its Boston taproom ran out of its famous Boston lager. From Thursday to Sunday, Scotland fans effectively drank 4 times as much Boston lager as the taproom normally sells in a 4-day holiday stretch. According to Sam Adams, the company was forced to schedule an emergency delivery to keep up. And the Sam Adams Boston Taproom wasn't the only bar struggling to keep up with the demand of these fans. Noel Summers, chief operating officer at Hennessy's Bar, said that sales from the weekend were 3 times as much as the city's St. Patrick's Day festivals. She said, we've been here for over 30 years and we've never seen anything like this. We tripled St. Patrick's Day. Peter Zettel, a clerk at Federal Wine and Spirits in Boston's financial district, echoed the boom in business and recalled how the fans even booed one patron who opted to get water rather than booze. Zettel added that one of the bar's refrigerators even broke down because the bartenders were opening it constantly to serve more drinks. Corona, Budweiser, Coors, Miller, Guinness, Michelob Ultra, and Tennent's Lager, Scotland's most popular beer, were the favorites that ran out over the weekend, according to the business owners. Many of the bars and liquor stores are looking to restock quickly. Scotland is scheduled to play against Morocco at Boston Stadium on Friday night. Afterwards, the English are expected to take over the city for their matchup against Ghana next Tuesday.
So if you think that's all just an apocryphal legend that they're hardcore drinkers, here's your proof.
Yep. All right, so honey is one of the most beloved foods on the planet, but can you imagine eating over 2 pounds of it in under a minute?
No.
Just on my chicken wings, but that's about it.
You're probably thinking that it can't be done, but you're probably overestimating your throat's ability to handle viscous liquids. It's not like drinking water or soda, and it's not like ingesting solid foods, and it makes it really tricky. So a guy named Andre Ortolf, a young German man famous for taking on unusual eating and drinking challenges, recently set out to break the world record for the most honey consumed in a minute. The attempt took place at Augsburg, Germany, and saw him consume 1,273 grams or 44.9 ounces of honey in 60 seconds.
Yeah, we're watching him.
44 ounces, man.
I love honey. I don't think I could do that.
A video of Ortlov's successful record-setting attempt has been making the rounds online, but it really doesn't do him justice. He can be seen taking a large spoon to a bucket of honey, but at a pace that will probably make most people choke. His feat is a testament to both his speed and determination as well as his experience in unusual eating challenges. But that would be gross.
Yeah. I always want to love honey. I don't want to overdo it.
In Florida, a Claremont man is accused of threatening 2 teenagers with a meat cleaver and a chef-style knife after becoming frustrated by the sound of their go-kart. Deputies arrested 60-year-old... They arrested 60-year-old Richard... Deputies arrested 60-year-old Richard Carter after responding to reports that he confronted 2 teens who were reportedly on a go-kart in a neighborhood garage. The teenagers were revving the engine while turning on the carburetor, and they heard a neighbor cussing them out. They told deputies that Carter became angry, threw a lawn chair across the driveway, and yelled at them to get the F out of this neighborhood.
You damn hooligans!
The teen said they attempted to calm Carter down, but he remained irate. Investigators say the confrontation escalated when Carter grabbed 2 large knives, described by deputies as a chef-style knife and a meat cleaver.
Don't F with me. I just ate a gallon of honey.
Body camera video captures Carter acknowledging that he grabbed weapons. He said, I grabbed the first thing I grabbed. God damn it. That was nothing.
All right.
All right. And then moments later, I'm just quoting him.
You were in that helicopter.
Moments later, Carter admitted that he considered grabbing a wrench. The deputy said, why? And he said, I don't know. I'm mad. According to the arrest report, one teen told deputies Carter held the meat cleaver near their heads and threatened to, quote, bash his head in if they started the go-kart again. One of the teens reportedly dropped to his knees and begged Carter not to hurt them, while the other raised his hands and backed away. When deputies questioned Carter about the incident again, he denied wrongdoing. He said, I didn't do anything.
I get it. You're yellow.
The deputy responded by saying, well, Richard, you just said that you went and you picked up the first thing you could get out of your anger when you confronted them, and it was a knife, Richard. Deputies told Carter that he should have contacted law enforcement instead of confronting the teens with the weapons. The 60-year-old now faces 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He bailed out earlier this week, expected back in court. Records show that Carter was charged in 2021 for pulling a gun on a driver.
He seems a little tense.
They dropped those charges after he completed a pre-trial diversion program.
I understand. I'm a little angry.
All right, then we'll do one more story. Speaking of angry, in Detroit, 2 sisters were arrested after allegedly stabbing a restaurant worker over a wrong food order. The stabbing happened when Brianna and Cariana Long received the wrong order at a Detroit restaurant. They started arguing with the worker, went behind the counter, and started assaulting her. Prosecutors said the sisters attempted to throw hot grease at the worker.
Wow.
And one of the sisters allegedly told the worker, I'm going to kill you. Brianna and Cariana allegedly chased the worker in the restaurant while throwing things at her, including pots and pans. The workers threw items back at the sisters, including a knife that was used to stab the worker in the stomach. Worker allegedly left the restaurant and hid in a stranger's car where she tried to get help. She was taken to a local hospital and had to have surgery over this whole thing.
When did this become the thing to bolt behind the counter when you get the wrong order?
Brianna and Cariana allegedly drove away from the scene, but were later taken into custody and charged with assault with intent to murder, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, and a dangerous weapon. Brianna was 9 months pregnant during the alleged stabbing and gave birth 4 days before her arraignment. And during her arraignment, her defense attorney said the worker told their sisters that they didn't give an F about the wrong food order and threw things at the sister first. So the judge said he was concerned that a wrong food order led to such an alleged violent assault. Brianna was given $25,000 cash bond. Kiarana was given a $100,000 cash bond. So there you go. That's what we have in today's Bizarre File, my friend. All right, keep listening, because we are going to give away those tickets to see Brent and Zach of Shinedown performing live, an acoustic, intimate performance on Monday. I will tell you when to call in. But while you're getting ready for that, why don't you go over and sign up for the I Bleed for Preston and Steve blood drive. It is this Friday. We're getting set for that, of course, in Oaks, Pennsylvania, and we want you to be a part of it. There's some afternoon slots that are open, and you can get signed up at PrestonandSteve.com. Of course, you get the new shirt. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it behind me here, or you can go to PrestonandSteve.com and see it there.
To that point, I was talking to a friend yesterday who didn't realize that the blood drive outside the show is running all day.
Yeah.
You have more than
All
enough
day.
opportunity to get on over there and donate.
Yeah, so do that. And Jackie's going to be filling in for Matt. He'll be broadcasting live. Brent Porsche broadcasting live. And then after Brent is done, you can head over to Arnold's Family Fun Center. And there's $3 Sly Fox beer specials and live music, Bing Green Limousine, and more. Starts at 7 o'clock. Make sure you go and be a part of all this weekend. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. The singer.
Oh, my God.
How great was she?
So, I mean, I think you played a little clip of the sound of it earlier, because it was, you know the song Rock and Roll from Led Zeppelin 4.
Yes.
Everybody knows it, and that drum intro. But it was how would you describe it?
So we did a blues shuffle. We slowed it down, and we did a blues shuffle, which is more of a swing feel to it, but with a bluesy progression, because that's the origin of a lot of Led Zeppelin, and actually the European, the English explosion of rock music was R&B based, and we were backstage talking to PJ about that.
Right.
So we slowed it down. We brought it back to the roots. I'll play a little bit of it here real quick. So. So it was done in that style.
I love that.
Really cool. There was and I didn't catch everybody's name, but there was a trombone player who took a solo during that song, and it was great, man.
I was coming. I was inside. I went back for 1 second, then came back out, and I go, "Am I hearing a trombone?"
Yeah,
during rock and roll.
Yeah,
but yeah, it is said that it took the British artist to show America its own roots in terms of celebrating, the Willie Dixons and the Muddy Waters, and on and on and on. So many artists that created that black sound, the R&B sound, the jazz, the blues, the rhythm. All of that, which is the backbone of rock and roll.
Yeah, most definitely.
And all those British bands embraced it, and Zeppelin particularly. So, but hearing that version of it, and you just nailed it. I might
Thanks,
add.
man.
So,
Thanks.
I
I had one run through with those guys beforehand, and then we went and played it. But.
And then we were sitting backstage, and I have a picture. I think I just sent it over to Sarah to post. And Preston is sitting on the couch backstage and talking to PJ, and he said, "I think I need." What was it, a bourbon?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
Yeah, I think I need some whiskey. And I watched with great interest as you went to the bottles that were available backstage, a little ice in the glass, and poured yourself a nice one and sat down and had a lovely chat with PJ. She's incredibly nice.
Yeah.
There's a nice picture of her and you and me and the other lady, Paula.
Paula Holloway.
Paula Holloway, who used to sing with...
Patti LaBelle.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And did a wicked version of Over the Rainbow.
Yeah, it brought the house down.
It really did.
And in fact, PJ said, I didn't know you were going on before me. We're both amazing singers. So it was a great night. And I think over $25,000 raised for Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Thank you to Victor Fiorello for putting that whole thing together. Unfortunately, he couldn't play because he was sick.
Isn't that the wildest?
Yeah.
But, he did a great job. I was curious, would people come out? It was a lot of really cool and talented Philly musicians, but they were not known, in the community as much as some other local musicians. So I'm going, all right, will people come out? And it was packed.
It was packed.
I love to hear that. That's great.
And it's like a small electric factory. And it's just a great place to see a show, too.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. It is like the old electric factory, but a little bit smaller. I love it. All right, here's a follow-up story. Police say they recovered a Fabergé egg pendant from a man accused of swallowing the item in a jewelry store.
Yeah.
New Zealand police spent 6 days monitoring every bowel movement of the suspect.
Who pulled that duty, no pun intended?
The $19,000 James Bond Octopussy pendant was recovered from his gastrointestinal tract last Thursday by natural means without requiring medical intervention.
He was having this as a pendant. As you can see, it's covered in poop.
The 32-year-old man, who has not been named by police, has been in custody since he allegedly swallowed the ornate pendant at Partridge Jewelers in the city of Auckland.
One has to imagine that there was a level of pain as that passed through the system.
I think so, right?
It's an octopus.
He was arrested inside the store minutes after the alleged theft. The photos supplied by police on Friday showed a gloved hand.
Yeah, I'd wear a glove too.
Holding the recovered pendant, which was still attached to a long gold chain with an intact price tag. A spokesperson said the necklace and the man would remain in police custody. Now, do you think this increases the value of this or it depreciates the value of the Fabergé
That is a
egg?
good question because it is passed through someone's excretory system.
It's a story.
It is a story attached to it.
And a lot of times that increases price, but it also had poop on it.
Yeah. Given my druthers, I would go for a fresh one.
So the piece was a limited edition Fabergé egg pendant inspired by the 1983 James Bond film Octopussy. Central to the film plot is a jewel smuggling operation that involves a fake Fabergé egg.
My sweetest love, this very one had poop on it.
The suspect is due to appear in the Auckland District Court on the 8th of December.
So they've been together for a while, haven't they?
Dude,
Yeah.
You said you forgot. I didn't even know. So you can't forgot.
I can't.
Can't forget.
Yeah, it's actually close to the taint.
Yeah, you can't forget something.
There's
that you
the
didn't know
forgot.
to begin with. Yeah.
I forgot. I totally forgot that. A gun is
Like a vajamic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like a vajamic.
It kind of looks like a squash. Forgot. What were you thinking of?
That could be my favorite flub of 2025. Right at the wire, dude.
So Kyle Steeper, Cast Iron Iron.
Yes.
Yeah, he sent over his last batch of Caseyisms, and he sent me audio of I was talking about the Packers cheerleaders, and apparently they don't even have cheerleaders. And I said I didn't know that it was even the cheerleaders. I thought it was the defensive line.
Defensive.
And you guys had a field day on me saying defensive line.
Because that was your punchline for the, making fun of the cheerleaders. And it is when you are, especially a flub, when you are delivering the line.
Yes.
And you flub that line, it becomes its own thing.
Case, I totally forgot that.
I had no idea.
You forgot?
Yeah. We have the Souderton Area High School in this hallway down here. And what I didn't know until just now, as Casey was whispering in my ear, right before they went into the hallway to wait, Casey ripped one of the worst, stinkiest, smelliest farts he's ever had.
No, don't come on me. I went back there out of respect.
He didn't know.
He had no idea.
I went back there to get away from people, and I was by myself, and I did it. And then they paraded them right through it.
I will say this. You have a knack for picking areas that suddenly become hot zones.
Like, come on, man.
You could walk out into the middle of the Bonneville Salt Flats, turn around, and there'd be a Baptist service going on.
That's right. That's right. It's a power he has.
I retract my come
Thank
on.
you.
I'm
And
sorry.
I apologize, choir. All
right.
But I was heating up your vocal cords.
This should add some meat, right?
They got to warm up.
Yeah.
All right. Jennifer Lopez appears to be making a final break from her past with Ben Affleck as fans think she's beginning to remove a tattoo she once dedicated to him. So this is, again, people are speculating this. After their 2022 wedding, she revealed an infinity symbol design on her rib cage intertwined with his name, but a comment on Dumois claims that J-Lo swapped a hummingbird in place of his name.
So she did sort of a modification.
I guess so.
So originally it was a full rib cage tattoo of the Batmobile. Which was kind of outlandish.
The nod to him.
Yeah. I liked it.
Speculation followed Lopez for months, especially after a series of red carpet appearances where the ink seemed concealed and faded. Her backless AMA's look in May further fueled the belief that the tattoo removal may already be underway.
I don't know what the hell she's doing, but she looks spectacular. And how old is she?
Amazing.
50s?
60.
52 or something?
No, she's not 52. I'm 52. She's got to be. I thought she was pushing 60.
No, I don't think so. Marissa will verify her age here in a moment.
56.
56, all right.
She's getting there.
I mean, she doesn't drink. She probably doesn't eat cheese.
She's
Works out every day.
She doesn't eat cheese.
Yeah.
Do you eat cheese? You will.
Have you heard
Eat that cheese.
Or has it been verified she doesn't eat cheese, or are you just saying that?
I know she doesn't drink.
Okay.
I'm guessing she probably doesn't eat cheese.
Wow, we're looking at a video of her in a bikini dancing, and yeah, her body's in fine form.
Would you feel comfortable in front of a paying audience to get that naked?
I can't wait till the day that I can do that.
Jesus Christ.
If I
shower with my clothes on.
If I had the body, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
You'd be doing the show right now naked.
Yes, I would. Most definitely. Pierre Robert is here. How you
Hello.
doing? Nice to see you, man.
Yeah, today's the last of the superheat, right?
Yeah, that's what we hear. Yeah.
So tomorrow a little bit better, like a cooling trend.
Yeah.
It's almost like Christmas.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just having some eggnog.
Yes, me too. And and like at Starbucks, they're already doing the pumpkin flavors.
The pumpkin, yeah, in anticipation.
You're under the mistletoe.
Oh. What? What are you talking about?
I was just playing along with this stupid theme that you guys were doing. That's all. Sorry, I didn't mean to join in.
I thought.
It's summer mistletoe. It's invisible.
It just was so believable when you were
you were so convincing. I go, is this some bit I've missed? And then I looked up and I didn't see anything. I go, oh, maybe they just have it on the screen.
They've been doing a mistletoe bit. I was unaware of it.
YouTube channel.
What is Preston talking about?
I swear to God, sometimes he just goes on and on.
He doesn't make any sense sometimes.
It's like verbal diarrhea.
Oh, my God.
What tangent is Presbo on?
I got an idea. How about keeping the show on the rails?
Exactly. And that's why I am here.
Yes, professional.
Tighten it up, baby.
Yeah, man.
All
Working
right.
on it.
Come on, you can do it.
All right. In France, 2 inmates escaped from the Dijon prison detention center's disciplinary wing early Thursday, and they did it after sawing through their cell bars with blades that were believed to have been delivered by drone to the prison.
Aha!
Yeah, the escapees are a 19-year-old under investigation for attempted murder and a 32-year-old accused of threats and aggravated habitual violence against a spouse. The two, who then used blankets to jump the barbed wire fence, were in isolation without contact from the outside world, according to reports. Both are considered to be dangerous.
So if they get captured, they're going to obviously put them into Grey Poupon prison.
I would think
because
so.
That's a stricter security prison.
Yep. The FO Justice Union said that it had been warning for months about deteriorating security at Dijon prison.
You better look out for this.
The union
This isn't no mustard.
Said, despite our repeated warnings, management has chosen to persist in its total blindness, refusing to see the reality on the ground. The reality on the ground.
What the hell does that mean?
The escape.
Quick, contact the pesto police.
Follows an inmate's fight. Maybe it was intimate. I don't know.
Can I tell you something?
From René Vezine prison last week during an outing to a planetarium. French
The prisoners get to go to a planetarium?
At this particular one, they did, yes.
Who wants to go? You got to get it signed by your warden, but we take you out. It'd be a wonderful day.
French prisons hold some 85,000 inmates, far exceeding the official capacity of 62,509 spots.
We didn't count right.
The average occupancy rate is at 135%.
Jeez.
With 29. About ready to cough as soon as I was about ready to speak there. We have a big freaking deal this week at WMMR.com, and it's for Atlantic City's Steel Pier, the premier amusement destination. And this week only, excuse me, you can get a book of 80 Steel Pier ride tickets for half off. It's $85 value normally for just $42.50.
That's crazy.
Right. Yep. So go to WMMR.com/deals and make that like a regular thing to check, like every Monday. Go and click on that because this stuff is half off and it's always something cool to be had. And we want to make sure that you save some money and get to do something fun and interesting. There have been a lot of surveys that have made their way across my desk, people.
Yeah.
Survey says, and we're going to start with this one. A new survey of 2,000 actively dating American adults. 81% of them say it is tough to find someone that they connect with.
Yeah.
But it turns out something unexpected may be making it more difficult, and that is your car. And more specifically, 73% of the people surveyed believe the way someone takes care of their car reflects how well they take care of themselves. And 67% of the survey think that a messy car is a sign of a messy personal life.
Well, we would draw that conclusion. It makes sense. So your car, what condition is it right now?
Tip-top.
Tip-top, as is mine.
All right.
Every week I go to the car wash, get it clean, get everything vacuumed. I do it because, at some point you're going to trade it in. Want to have it in good shape.
Yep.
Also, you have a lot more miles. Your trip is much longer.
Right.
I mean, mine is, I put no mileage on the car.
Yeah, I keep everything pretty organized, clean, minimal in the interior of the car, and I like to keep it vacuumed as well. I was not always that way.
Oh my God, it was a rolling dumpster when I was in college and high school.
Bags and cups and fries,
stuff.
Yep.
Like I'm sure at some point there was a dead body in there I didn't even know about.
Yep. And I've recently really organized my trunk too because Obviously I play golf and I have all the things that you need for golf in there. And it used to just be all willy-nilly running around in there. But I bought some containers to put all that stuff in and keep them organized.
So I bought those. I bought containers that I thought these are going to hold up. They broke like in a week.
Oh, really?
No.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Mine is like an emergency closet. There's a sweater. There's golf clubs.
Good.
Actually took out the back seat, the back bench seat of my Jeep
Yeah,
to
because yours
fit
is
golf
just
clubs.
yours is just a 2-door,
Yeah.
and there is virtually no storage in a 2-door.
It would be messy on your level, guys, but I will say there's never any trash.
All right. That's okay.
That's what irks me when somebody just takes the trash and throws it in the passenger seat. Oof.
So in my trunk, I've like change of clothes, I've got first aid kit, I've got road flares and the LED ones and stuff like that. So I'm kind of a prepper when it comes to my my vehicle.
I have my bag, bag full of stuff, flags, flares, all that crap. Right. That's back there. I have a ramp for my dog to get into the car.
Really?
Which unfolds. I have a the air pump, the air tire, the new ones.
Sure.
Sort of, and they work. They're really good.
Yeah.
And what else do I have?
That's a good one.
Yeah. And then a blanket.
I used to keep something to pee in my car.
I pee in my blanket.
I used to keep like a Gatorade bottle.
Yeah.
Honestly, an empty Gatorade bottle in my car for just such an occasion. But I haven't had that issue in a long time.
Did you ever use that thing that they gave us? Because it actually
it was
built
the something.
for
It was like the pee pilot or something like that is what it was called. But it was a tube that went a hose that went to a container. And you could use it in your car.
Yeah.
You had that?
Yeah, in fact, it's in my
mine.
garage right now. Mine's in my garage right now.
Did you use it?
No, I never used it, but I did have it in the back of my car. Press, how much has changed since you don't have little kids anymore? Because I feel like this doesn't apply to you if you have children. And if you do have children and your car is spotless, my hat's off to you. I don't know how you do it.
No, 100%.
I saw there was a video that was circulating online of a couple kids in their seats in the back car. The mother put the groceries between the kid on the back seat. In the groceries was a bag of flour. They got into it, and it was all over. Yeah.
Wow. So nearly 2/3 of the survey believe that a clean, well-kept car suggests someone has their life more put together, which makes them more appealing to date. Singles say the biggest car-related dating icks are trash on the floor, lingering bad odors, leftover food or drinks, cigarette smells, crumbs in the seats, and full ashtrays as well.
What about prostitute in the passenger seat?
A quarter of those polled admit that they've cut a date short because their date's car was messy, and half say that they've judged someone based on the state of their car.
I remember when, I was driving bomb cars that were horrible, but I'd get it all cleaned up. I'd take, you would take it to the car wash before a date. I got to get it looking good.
Why would you not do that?
Yeah, but
why would you not?
At least have to try, right?
At least put up a front that
But it's like polishing a turd.
Yeah.
I think there's too many people that are like, this is me. Like it or leave.
I'll leave.
I got to share. I have to share this story, Steve.
Yeah.
You and me sitting in the back seat. Casey and his brother Kevin was driving.
Yeah.
We were in Kevin's car, and they were smoking weed. And this is a long time ago. This is back when we were at Y100. And Steve and I are in the back seat, and it was this exchange was so funny. Casey just goes cop. And Kevin just barely moves his arm, and then all of a sudden, I see this aerosol plume shoot up from the center console of the car.
Like there's some magic button, like the Batmobile.
And it was, an aerosol. What do you call it? Air freshener.
Yeah.
It was like cop. And Steve and I looked at each other. We're like, did that really just happen?
What was that?
It was like, James Bond or Batman.
I mean, it was
hilarious.
Very discreet.
That was his. It was like an '84 Honda Civic hatchback or something like that. Oh my God, that car.
Oh my God. So anyhow, while a lot of respondents confess that their own vehicles aren't spotless, 42% say that preparing for a first date pushes them to give their car a deep clean. I do like doing a deep clean from time to time. I have my current car. I've never gotten detailed because I've kept it clean on my own.
That's what I do.
If it gets away from you, and it has in cars that I've had before where I'm like, I have to have a professional take care of this, and would maybe once every couple of years go and get a full, interior detail. My kids, however, I have gotten their cars detailed because I'm like, at some point, we're going to sell this car, and I don't want it to be completely ruined. And details are freaking expensive.
You just mentioned one of the defining aspects of it. Those cars, I knew I was never going to resell again. And with this car, so I buy a car, own it for a number of years, keep it in good condition, and try to get a decent trade-in on it for the next car. Yeah. And so you do want to take care of it. Now, I'm glad I do because, it eventually will pay off.
All right. So, by the way, these are some of the things that people have found. Some of the grossest things that people have found in a car of someone that they dated. Somebody had used condoms.
Toes.
Somebody had a dead cat in a box.
Oh, my God.
Cigarette butts covering the entire floor. Roaches, maggots, half-eaten hamburger under the seat. 40 old McDonald's bags. Boogers wiped on the seat.
No!
Pee in a bottle. Puke on the floor.
Stop it.
And a moldy gallon of milk in the passenger seat. That's what these respondents said. So.
I wonder how many people listening right now are going, yeah, I got that in my car.
I have one of those. I got a bottle of pee right here. All right, another survey. Father's Day is coming up. When is Father's Day?
Sunday.
Is Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. A new PwC poll finds that 7 in 10 think that dads would rather receive experience gifts and quality time over traditional presents. 51% are planning to give an experience as a holiday gift. I like that.
Experiential gifts are wonderful. If you can do that and give somebody the chance to go do something that's fun or do something that they enjoy doing, you hand wring over that one item that's going to make them happy. And, I love this idea.
Yeah, and it depends on what stage of life you're in because I don't want any more stuff.
You want stuff, but just not
good stuff.
If I want stuff, I'll go get the stuff that I want.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right, but so for instance, if you got a box of Pro V1s, you can't go wrong with that.
No, that's good. That's practical. I mean? Yep. I'm going to use them. I'm cool with that.
It's not like I would go pick that out myself. You don't care what number they are. You just Pro V1s are good golf balls.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I always tell several family members, I'm like, just give me golf balls.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, yeah, but that's... And I'm like, no, I like that.
Listen to me.
You listen to me.
Listen to me.
According to
Daddy wants golf balls.
According to the poll, 56% of respondents are planning to celebrate Father's Day. Wow, that's kind of low. That includes 70% of millennials, 66% of Gen Z, 52% of Gen Xers, and 38% of baby boomers. I guess sometimes after a while you might just go, whatever.
Go to
Hallmark holiday. As for what they are getting their dads in their lives, 72% of all respondents expected to spend an average of $93 on physical gifts like clothing and shoes. Another 70% plan to spend about $60 on dining experiences.
All right.
And nearly half of those polled are planning to buy at least one subscription gift for Father's Day. That would include food and beverage subscription, video and streaming, or gaming subscription.
Jelly of the month?
The jelly of the month.
I mean, the fact that you had to ask when Father's Day was during the beginning of this segment, you don't have any plans this weekend?
No. I mean, it's not one of those where I'm like, well, you better celebrate Father's Day for me.
But Mother's Day is that way.
Mother's
Day carries the weight of that.
So I will, if they want to do something for me, here's the deal. I just don't want to have any commitments on that day. That's all I want, really, is that there's nothing that I have to do today. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, weather-wise, it looks like it's going to be good. Maybe get out and play golf or something like that.
Maybe get out and play golf, yeah. It's possible.
Will that be a nightmarish day to go out to play golf, though, on Father's Day?
I don't know.
I mean, because if everyone's getting the carte blanche to go out and play golf, I assume it's going to be overrun.
I used to go with my brother and his father-in-law, but you would have to make your tee time way in advance. It's usually 2 weeks out when you can make your tee time. But if you're doing that, you can kind of get the tee time of your choice. But Steve, I mean, it's usually parsed out anyway. So it's not like a free for all. And we would try and go out a little bit earlier so you don't have a major backup. Preston has a different, scenario with belonging to a club or whatever.
Right.
But so
you know what I haven't done a long time be fun? I fly.
I fly.
You haven't.
Oh,
yeah, you
no,
have
wait a
I
second.
haven't done that in years.
Need I remind you?
I hurt my shoulder.
Yes, you received an injury that deeply impacted your golf game.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't think that did it. I think that I hurt my shoulder and then I couldn't do I fly anymore.
That sounds like someone making excuses.
right. Here's one
No, I'm going to get Claire over to iFly. It was a blast.
Here's one you can't get hurt at. Somebody's thanking you. They're taking their dad and brother to the Museum of Music Technology on your recommendation.
That's a great idea. Yeah, it's in Harleysville. You got to check that out. We're going to have somebody by about that sometime.
Yeah, sometime soon. Finally got back to me.
So while a lot of Americans are planning to celebrate the holiday, it's still way behind Mother's Day in both participation and spending. This year, Father's Day spending is expected to reach a record high of $27.9 billion.
Wow.
According
That guy's lucky.
to the National Research Retail Federation. That's up from the previous record of $24 billion set last year. But to compare, Mother's Day reached $38 billion this year, so well in front.
Refresh my memory. And the chronology was that it was Mother's Day came first, right? Followed by Father's Day? I would assume
Yes.
that was
I don't know.
And when those days were established?
Right.
I would assume so.
You would figure, right?
Yeah.
Do you know? So Mother's Day was started here in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Really?
It was actually like the daughter of the woman who started it. It goes back to the Civil War,
Right.
and she was trying to bring like mothers from both sides together, and so that's how it kind of started. And then the daughter ended up spending the rest of her life fighting against it and trying to cancel it because it became a Hallmark holiday.
Oh.
And she really wanted it to just be a thoughtful time for everyone to get together and not spending money and buying flowers.
Tough to put the
and
genie
making a
back in the
special day.
bottle on
Yeah.
that. Yeah, when
Yeah.
Hallmark gets involved.
Yeah.
52 weeks of firsts in Philadelphia podcast.
By the way, the Civil War was the first time that song "Mother" that Mr. T sings was composed.
I did not.
My dearest wife, mother, there is no other.
I didn't know he went.
Treat her right.
Mr. T went back that far.
Mother, there is no other. Treat her right. Treat her right.
It's beautiful.
All right, I have another survey. Pop Chips polled 5,000 adults from all 50 states and found 79% consider themselves snack people, preferring to graze during the day instead of eating traditional meals.
That's so. I'm adjusting my go-to are the pretzel sticks.
Oh, the dots?
Pretzel chips?
Oh, hers.
Oh, okay.
But I'm also trying to vary things a little bit, so I can. And I try to stay away from chips, which would be eaten with sandwiches and stuff like that. But what was the product that brought it? What's the company you mentioned? Was it Puff?
Oh yeah, Pop Chips.
I like those.
Yeah,
they're good.
So this is like the eating between meals snacking.
Yeah.
So that not in eating snacky foods, but as smaller portions throughout the day.
I like that.
Americans reach for a snack 4 times a day on average. The most popular time of day to snack is in the afternoons between noon and 5. More than a third, 39%, admit to going entire days without eating a real meal, getting by on snacks alone.
There comes a time, depending on your level of activity and so on and so forth, where you can forget to eat.
Yeah.
It does happen.
I've had it happen.
Yeah.
Usually on the weekends is when I forget to eat, like for the first half of the day. Like I'll just have my coffee in the morning and it'll be like 2-3 o'clock. I'm like, did you eat today? But like here at work, I have my standard, my Nana, my protein bar, my apple.
Do you have a comfort food, the comfort snack that you rely on?
Ooh, cheese.
Cheese?
Yeah. Yep. It's the one that I go to. It's the one that gives me the most satisfaction. Things like chips and stuff like that are nice. I like to have those accompany something.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But if it's just a slice of cheese, piece of cheese, or whatever, that kind of gets the job done for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Cheese is great. Olives, if it's available. I have to make sure it's available. I've been trying to break from the routine of standard, chips. Popcorn is a really good go-to. Popcorn's, at least calorically and everything, you can get away with that. You know
what's really bugging?
I try not to, though.
What's bugging me right now is my teeth are bothering me. So and teeth on both sides of my mouth, and so it's really making eating specific foods like really bothersome. So I try to eat
Mary Jane bar.
And I try to eat. No, it's Steve. Like like temperature is really is the issue right now. So I was trying to eat pickles yesterday,
and if it's too cold, you.
Have you talked to your dentist?
No. Well, and so I got to go back there because I had like 2 caps kind of like replaced. So that what's weird is the 2 teeth at the top of my right side of my mouth are essentially dead teeth, like with just like crowns on them, and it's like they're dead. I don't know why I'm having such issues with them. Thank you. I need this. And then I have a crown on the bottom left tooth. So like my eating experience just sucks.
Have you brushed
right now.
with just to diminish it a little bit? Have you tried Sensodyne?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter
because
right.
I mean those teeth in particular. I'm brushing fake teeth.
Okay,
right?
They don't know they're fake.
They're
think
just
they're
so like. And what's funny is my Instagram even knows this right now, and I'm getting this like all these ads for Nuvius. I need implants.
Yeah.
I've got 2 kids in college. I do not have money for implants right now. So right now I just kind of have to like suck it up.
Do you want me to take a look at it?
Dude, you might.
I mean,
I tried everything
I have
else.
a couple implants myself.
I got some tools and stuff in my briefcase.
I'd rather trust Cullen with this one there.
Oh, yeah, my dad.
I mean, I'm known as the trig man, but I'll try.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at that thing. All right, so anyhow, back to snacking for a moment. Case, I hope you get that mouth issue worked out. Some people confess to canceling plans just so they can stay home and snack.
You know where my empty calories come from drinks. So if I look to relax, it's weird because I talk about this. Since with Pierre, going into this time, I've turned to these comfort things a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
So I love Southern sweet tea.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll have that, but I got to stop it. Yeah, I just have
a lot
to
of
stop
sugar.
It just a lot, authentic Southern sweet tea. I love it. It's just a little sit there and nurse it. But it's no good for you. Stop it with that.
I just realized that when I go out with my friends, there's no chance that we're not ordering food.
Yeah.
Like even if we're just hanging out, there'll be a snack if there's food available. So I would never have to stay home and be shameful for
What's
snacking.
your go-to?
There will always be food. At home or out?
Whenever.
Oh,
snack.
probably I can't keep snacks in the house because I will just eat them.
that's
If that
a
makes
smart
sense.
move. No,
yeah.
they're very disciplined.
But then I get hungry. So like what happens for me is if I walk by like the vending machine here, something will catch my eye and I can't continue on with my work until I get that. And it's usually like Cheez-Its or Goldfish
It's all
or
good
pretzels.
stuff. Do you know what ended up being one of my go-tos was the blueberry fig Newton bar, the small one.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are good. So good.
So, by the way, 53% of the people polled said that there is no shame in eating an entire bag of chips in one sitting. Secret snack stashes are pretty common. 60% admit that they have one at home.
Do you?
No, I don't. Not
don't
now.
either.
I mean, we would have. Like I was a sucker for. I've backed off the sweets. It's taken some work, but I've done it. But like a little go-to chocolate here.
Yeah,
chocolate almonds and chocolate covered almonds.
Yeah,
would be a nice one. And those are hidden in the pantry. They're not hidden anywhere. You just go get them. You know.
I had an idea of doing the period fairy with your friends, where you hide chocolate somewhere in their house. So you don't eat it otherwise, but like when you really, really need it at that time of the month, you can tell your friend where it's hidden.
Oh, okay. So you stash it, and then when it's their time of month, say, hey, by the way, I hid this for you.
Yep.
What you should do is have break glass in case of period.
The bedroom is the most popular hiding spot. 67% said they hide snacks in the bedroom.
Nope.
Followed by the living room at 35%. Garages, attics, and basements at 10%.
You know, we loved from Mayor of Easttown when Gene Smart hid the ice cream in the bag of mixed vegetables.
That was great.
That was
great idea. Popular places to hide snacks also include spots outside of the home, like 57% said they hide snacks in cars, office desks. I had booze in my office
Yes.
desk.
Yeah.
My snack. That literally, you know why I have the booze there? In case we get snowed in.
Snow days.
There's snow days. And we come here and have to, stay overnight like that time you and I did an evening shift here.
Yes.
I grabbed some of the booze out of my desk.
Now you got to restock.
By the way, that was just a couple months ago.
And gym lockers as well. 18% said
really?
that. Yeah.
Oh, wait. All right. So do you have a locker at your golf club?
I do.
It's yours?
Yes.
Does it say gym on it?
It does not say gym.
You have anything stashed in
No
there?
food.
Oh, okay.
No, just stuff for golf. People are most likely to reach for snacks while watching sports and sitcoms and comedies, apparently.
When I watch a movie, it's the classic popcorn. It's that's my thing. I don't automatically grab stuff.
I go chocolatey. For movies. Yeah.
Snow caps, Goobers,
Snickers, bites, and stuff like that. And yeah, that's what I go for sure. All right, let's do another survey. This is from matchmaking service Talkify. They had chatted or surveyed 98,000 people across the United States. And this has to do with older partners.
Older partners.
According to the survey, 95% of women are open to dating older partners with a 14.12 year average age gap.
So up
14-year
to 14
age
years.
average.
So let's round it up to 15 average.
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Wow.
7% of men were open. So 95% of women.
Yeah, let's hear men.
And 7% of men are open to dating older partners. And that is an 8.7 year, so a 9-year average age gap. Wow.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. 5% of men were open to dating younger partners with a 14-year average age gap. And 1% of women were open to dating younger partners with a 7-year age gap. So it's interesting.
I was watching this video about the methodology of getting high activity on your TikTok or Instagram account. One of the default subcategories, Marissa, were like young Instagram models and TikTok models professing their love for guys who are 20 to 25 years older. Ooh. And some dude is sitting there going, oh my God, I'm 25 years old.
Right.
And it is like a big hook.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They
come
do.
on.
I mean, obviously, you have to be fairly attractive,
Yeah.
but that was one of the techniques that yielded the best. I tried it, but I don't think I'm a convincing 18-year-old girl.
So we've been watching the show The Burrows on Netflix, and Gina Davis is in it.
She's
she
terrific.
Lives in a retirement home, and there's a younger guy, security guard, who is enamored with her, and they get together and they're a couple. And I'm like, I don't see this lasting at all. Initially, it seems like he's just doing a play to maybe get laid or something like that, but he looks like he really has feelings for her, and I'm just like,
Well, the cougar thing. The cougar thing is still an element. I mean,
sure,
I
but
think it
for
probably,
a relationship?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But even both ways, are guys looking for, maybe they are, I don't know. I don't know.
Looking for older women?
A relationship.
Sometimes there's just people, that just are an old soul. But I don't know. At some point, I just figured, for me, it's hanging out with their friends.
Well,
so like the friends of the other age group. Like if you're younger and you're hanging out with all older people, or you're older and you're hanging out with all younger people, I feel like that's where I would lose it.
Here's some text coming in. Says, my husband is 23 years older than myself. I'm 43. He's 67. Been together for 17 years.
There you go.
Now he says, my husband is 15 years younger than me. Ooh. So, yeah, I guess these dynamics can work. It all depends on the person. The survey also notes a difference in preferences based on locations. For instance, in less populated states, singles were more likely to broaden their age preferences because of these smaller dating pools.
Less options, yeah.
Men in Wyoming and women in Alaska were the most likely to date older partners.
That's how Anna Nicole Smith ended up with an 89-year-old.
God.
Remember that?
Oh, my God.
I love her.
Yeah. Oh, my. The scenes of her and him together.
Oh, man.
And him talking, and he's just like, yeah.
She looks like a slutty day nurse.
Oh, it's just terrible.
We have a picture up. Look, this is
my God.
disastrous.
Wow.
And the family went badass crazy, and his son fought her and then eventually died. The stress was so much.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do we know if that was sexual or if it was just like a friendship, a partnership?
Well, what he would do is he would remove it, put it in a manila envelope, give it to her, and then she'd bring it back.
You want to kiss me?
I can't see how it was.
Maybe he
sexual,
thought it
Marissa.
was.
Yeah.
Sucking
she just
his,
told him.
Sucking his finger would constitute intercourse.
All right, let's pull out another survey. All right, here's a new survey from Thrift Books. They found that many readers say that books may be the shortcut to having a slower summer. They spoke to 2,000 U.S. adults who read more than 3 books per year. And according to the survey, 74% said that summer goes by faster the older they get, and 76% said that books slow summer down in ways that other summer activities can't.
Meaning that you're more inclined to experience or at least have the perception that things are lasting because you're...
Yeah.
When you're in a good book, when you're, the one thing I never did, though, was go to the beach and read a book. I never did that.
Yeah.
Never a thing that appealed to me.
I've done that.
I've gone to the library and went swimming, though.
Oh. Well, that's kind of combining the two.
Yeah.
But I've read books on the beach. I do like that, especially if you're in a location we're going to be beaching it every day.
Yeah.
Then you got to fill the time, other than just laying there. 56% said that reading makes summer feel like it lasts longer.
Yeah.
I could see that. I have not, and we've talked about this. I haven't sat down with a physical book in a long time. I started one earlier this year. And I let it go. I didn't pick it back up, and because I'm an audiobook guy.
I am now. Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I need to. I wouldn't mind where it might be easier, since I just go down to the shore on the weekends, and not even every weekend, is maybe take a book I've already read that I know I like a lot, and just pick at it. Because when you take a book that you haven't read before and you take breaks between your reading sessions, you have to go, where was I again, and what's happening in this story?
Do you know how you can first start and read just the verbs?
Okay, just the verbs.
The verbs.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. So apparently, what's causing this shift? About 60% said that screens have taken away from their summer feeling meaningful. Their childhood memories of being outside all summer long and having family time and reading time have faded as they've been replaced with screens and more scheduled time.
It's funny how things have changed. We talk about the way we ingest things. We talk about the movie industry going through this this contraction. What was the last big touted beach book that you had to read? The summer book.
The Da Vinci Code.
The Da Vinci Code was the last one I can remember.
I mean, there have been more since then, but that's the last one. I remember, I think we might have been in Tulum or wherever we took that Mexican trip, and every other person had the Da Vinci Code on the beach reading it.
Any others come to mind?
What about Hunger Games? Like that whole
Hunger
saga?
Games? Yeah.
I guess so. That was more youth, or young adult. Ryan?
So I just started getting into, there's a series called Dungeon Crawler Carl, which is kind of a
Heard about
thing
this.
right now.
Yeah.
I love it.
Carl?
Carl?
It's so wonderful. And I mean, so take the weather yesterday. I just started looking at my phone, doing all this, and I was like, you know what? I just want to sit outside and read some of this book. And it was the happiest I felt in a long time. It was really great.
You would support. Is that the guy, the critical drinkers in that book or something like that? They had got into a. You may not know the story, but that's how I came to know this.
Yeah, so the way that I found it was we had a story about a month or so ago where they're turning it into a series with Seth MacFarlane doing it. And I was like, let me dive in. It's fantastic.
Okay.
It's 8 books deep, and I recommend it highly.
We weren't a books family. We were a magazine family, and my aunt would always get the Vogue fall issue every summer. Mm-hmm. And that was the last 2 weeks of August was diving into this because it's like a double or triple magazine.
Dad, here's your Jugs magazine.
Keep it even.
Here's Dad straight stunting.
No, but this is a good idea. You know what I will do at the beach is crossword puzzles. That's what I do to kill time. That's a lot of fun, and that kind of slows things down, I think.
Claire has taken she jumped deep dive into crossword puzzles. I can actually enjoy a good crossword puzzle.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Speaking to you,
I got to get back into that. I used to love crossword puzzles.
Yeah.
Casey's big time into them.
Does she do it on her phone or
both?
Written?
Both.
Oh,
I love getting a slow sponge bath while I talk about World War I to my nurse.
Oh.
Yeah.
And by the way, I saw this. This might be a subject for another time, but I saw this just come out that, we're talking about kids on their screens and kind of eating up all their attention there. But there's a study came out recently that now a lot of parents with young kids are getting sucked into the void of the screen.
I completely
and
believe
ignoring the family dynamic. They're getting caught up in that too.
So Toy Story 5 apparently goes. We knew that the basic premise dealt with the lily pad, which is the iPad, and that seducing the kid. But it goes it goes into that territory
with the parents.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah. Like the idea is also that you'll have screen time and it just becomes default time. That they always have it in their hands, and the parents are kind of falling down that path as well.
Yeah,
it's sad in a number of ways.
I agree.
Unless you're on a good site,
then it's God. I'm enjoying this. All right, that's all we have time for. Survey says some good stuff there. I'm going to do this. Screw it.
What? Do it!
You want to see Brent and Zach of Shinedown, don't you? In this special acoustic performance that is happening exclusively. You get your tickets here. How would you like to go to this? We'll take caller number 30.
Whoa.
610-660-9333, and we will give you tickets to go to. This is on Monday, so you got to be free Monday, and I think it's like earlier in the day. I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out. But just have your Monday open if you're going to call in. But we'll take the 30th caller, and you will get to be in this intimate, cool acoustic performance with Brent and Zach from Shinedown. How's about that?
Awesome.
We'll take a break. We'll come back in a moment. We'll have Patricia Heaton joining us in just a little bit, amongst some other discussions as well. We'll be right back. Facility surpassing 200%.
So it's off to the planetarium.
They have, exactly. They have an overflow problem.
So we're going to the planetarium, and then we go to the zoo. It's going to be wonderful. It's there. You have so much fun.
If you tune in to the Today Show this morning and for the near future, Savannah Guthrie will notably be absent. She told viewers Friday that she has felt like Peter Brady these past few weeks and months. She said, some of you have noticed that my voice has been very scratchy and started to scratch a little bit like Peter Brady.
Yeah, and I noticed she had trouble saying pork chops and apples.
When it's time to change, then it's time to change.
There's Peter.
Don't bite the time.
She went on to explain that the cause of her throat problems are, she said, I have vocal nodules.
It's totally natural, Peter. This is the time in life where you're going to get hair on your balls. What, Dad?
If only they would have shown that on the radio. Do you have the little music? I don't know if you have any of those available, but when Mr. Brady sits down to tell Peter about the facts of life and so on, you know?
Now, Peter, this is totally natural. It's a natural step in life. Your voice will change, and you're going to be getting hair on your balls.
So...
Really, Dad?
Yeah. She went on to explain...
Well, I have to shave there, too. Well, that's a choice.
That's a choice. So she said, I have vocal nodules.
Hey, Dad, guess what?
I have hair on my balls. I just showed Alice.
Alice was good for all kinds of stuff. You could share things with her, and, you know, she was a very important part of the family.
And she'd make you a sandwich.
And on top of that, a nice sandwich to go with your hairy balls. Kim Kardashian is taking her brand building Bible to masterclass. She's rolling out what she calls the 10 Commandments.
How about Kim shut the F up?
In a brand new course dropping this Thursday.
Wait, she should be doing all this with the holes in her brain?
Yeah.
The
seven deadly Kims.
Yeah.
The Commandments featured mantras like, you are the product, define yourself before others do, and don't follow the feed, be the feed.
So a list of things that are obvious nonsense.
Yeah.
That's what these are.
Yeah, and these are just...
You wouldn't even put that on a tablet.
These are just statements, you know.
Imagine if Moses came down from the mountain with this. You got to be kidding.
Don't follow
We've been down here in the valley all this time, and that's the best you can come up with?
Be the feed.
Be the feed? Like feed that you give chickens?
TMZ shared a behind-the-scenes look as Kim...
I didn't know what I was going to get. I went up there. It wasn't God. It was Kim Kardashian.
So TMZ shared behind-the-scenes look as Kim prepared for the class with her glam squad.
So shall it be written, so shall it be stupid.
In her Instagram story, Kim posted a link to a fake NDA that had signees agreeing to acknowledge that you're accessing privileged business intelligence, the proprietary mindset, methods, and mantras of Kim Kardashian.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going.
It keeps going.
She had a show that got terrible reviews. It got renewed.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the Commandments. She's got Skims.
Commandments.
I mean... Will it ever reach a saturation level?
I don't think so.
Doesn't seem to be.
No, I mean, she
keeps going along.
Yeah, she does.
They keep breaking the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that wasn't enough, she also is hosting a surprise TikTok event tonight. It's called Kimsmas Live.
Is it really?
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna Kimuke.
Kimsmas.
Okay.
It is set to stream on TikTok at 9:30 tonight. If you're so inclined.
What about Han Kim?
Hana Kim.
Hana Kim.
Hana Kim. Maybe that one would work.
Or Kimza.
Yeah, instead of Kwanzaa.
Yeah,
maybe that one too. And speaking of animals, we'll do one more story and then we'll wrap it up. Gary the Blue Snake is a popular Zootopia character. Has anybody seen
Zootopia
the new
2?
Zootopia?
No,
I have
the
not
first
either.
one.
Yeah, I'm talking about the second one. So in China, this character is a little too popular. Shanghai-based publication The Paper found that since the Disney movie's November 26 release, online sales of blue Indonesian pit vipers are soaring, with some of the venomous snakes selling for as much as $420. The trend has lawyers and experts jumping in to warn the risks of owning the highly venomous reptile whose bite is fatal, rarely, but it can be fatal. However, a bite can cause swelling and pain and serious tissue damage without prompt treatment. Experts also know that it's illegal to mail live or poisonous animals to China. But apparently they're becoming all the rage right now.
I mean, yeah.
Blue.
What is here? If you own, can you own a venomous snake within the United States?
Some people can, Steve, but I don't know.
You have to be certified.
Yeah, I don't know what the requirements are, but I definitely have heard of people that own, like rattlesnakes, and things like that.
Like a king cobra would be kind of cool to own.
Yeah,
but listen. If I were to own one, I would have it devenomized. You can do that, right? You can take out the venom sacs.
No idea.
Ball sacks?
Maybe you can take out their ball
Is
sacks.
that snake fixed?
But Steve, I don't know which states allow it or what the requirements are for you to do so, and certainly I think it's illegal for just anybody,
right,
to go and grab.
You can't have a pit of poisonous snakes at the door at PetSmart.
In Whitley Bay, wherever that is, a woman has been jailed after she was spotted having sex outside a busy shopping center in broad daylight. Rachel Hardy Gent, who had her breasts exposed and was naked from the waist down, was seen by a delivery driver engaging in the intimate act. Of course, a court heard that the pair were in full view of passersby and those using Parkview Shopping Center. So please recall, Hardy Gent was arrested and later found to be carrying a broken wine bottle neck in her bra.
Oh, my God. I do that too.
Hardy Gent has now been jailed for 16 weeks after she pleaded guilty to outraging public decency, possession of an offensive weapon, and breaching the suspended sentence.
Hardy Gent and Kinky Kelly, this sounds like an early Springsteen song.
A delivery driver was dropping off goods and was traveling down the trade entrance when he spotted her and a male. The prosecutor said they were laying on the floor having sex. This defendant is said to be naked from the waist down. She also had her chest exposed. The male in question had his trousers and underwear pulled down, clearly having sex. It was plainly in sight of members of the public.
And Kinky Kelly having sex outside the LA Fitness. Hey, man! Have you seen the mugshot? It's the last person you'd ever want to have sex with.
So members of the public passing by could be seen by people using the shopping center, and the police became involved, and the defendant was arrested. She was taken into custody and searched, and in her bra, a jagged end of a bottle was found, a bottle of wine possibly. So here's what's interesting. So the court heard that Hardy Gent had 58 offenses on her record. Mark Stiles defending said that Hardy Gent wants to be sent to prison.
Oh, okay.
She said she drank so much. He said she drank so much alcohol on the day in the question, she blacked out and has no idea how she ended up outside the shopping center. She had the glass bottle for her own protection, but had no intention of using it. She wants to get help with her alcohol misuse and housing matters, and it's upsetting application to me to ask that she be sent to prison, but that's what she wants, and she's an adult, so perhaps she knows what's best for her. So,
well, she's taken control of the situation and realizes that when you find broken bottle parts in your bra, things have gotten away from you.
Yep, and I think they have. So she wants to be sent away.
Though she was outside in LA Fitness, right?
I don't know.
Okay. Wait, ironic you said that, Steve. There is a Snap Fitness
right outside.
Okay, that's where you snap the top of the bottle off and put it in your bra.
Let me go. This is apropos to what's going on in our studio today. I'll go to John. Hey, John. Good morning, buddy.
Hey, bitches, what's happening?
Hey, what? All right, brother. What have you never done that most people have done before, and you've never done it in your life?
My next birthday, I will be 71, and I have never had a fast food hamburger.
71, and you've never had a fast food hamburger. Let me tell you something, man. It's like medicine. It's really good for you.
Right.
It's good for your soul.
If you want to hit, man.
Try the
Take two Burger King.
Try the Burger King this Krabby Whopper, which we have here in the studio this morning.
And call me in the morning.
All right. So, John, have you actively avoided that?
Yes.
And for what reason?
I have a problem because I don't know what's in the meat.
Okay. So you're suspect of what you're being served.
That's correct. I'll eat the hell out of a hot dog, but
you'll eat a hot dog.
You'll realize how crazy that
know
sounds.
what's in a hot dog.
Yeah. That you're terrified of the burgers, but you'll eat a hot dog.
Dude, honestly, that's like, crackheads look down at heroin addicts and heroin addicts look down at crackheads. I actually swear to God.
So, but
God.
John, you'll buy ground beef from the store, you'll patty that up, and you'll make burgers at home.
Yes, I will.
But it's when it comes to, even if it, okay, what about a non-fast food? What about like a casual dining place?
That's still highly suspect in my eyes.
Yeah,
that's interesting, John. I wonder what put that in your head.
There's something, maybe it is mine, but the fact that would you go to like a roadside stand and order a hot dog and eat it?
Yeah.
I mean, that is completely antithetical to the I don't know what's in this meat argument.
When I was a kid, when the first McDonald's opened where I grew up, my mom would take us out to when she went and got groceries, and we'd hit McDonald's and we'd pull up, and she's all right, 7 hamburgers and 1 hot dog.
I didn't even I
didn't even know they sold hot dogs.
They did hot dogs at one point at McDonald's. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting, John. Do you think you will ever do it? You know that one time's not gonna hurt you.
No, I will never do it.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, you might have already asked this. What about like
everything I believe in?
What about like fast casual? Something like a five.
You said no.
I already asked.
Yeah, all right. I'm telling you, man, Five Guys and Smash Burger are so good, dude. You don't know what you're
He's
missing
not doing
out on.
it. He's not doing it.
All right, John. Standing by your guns, right?
All right, man.
Yeah, and I've never been to a professional ball game of any kind.
Okay. Never been to a professional sporting event. All right.
I'm going to ask this. Do you have a lot of money sewn up in a mattress?
Yep.
No.
Okay.
Today's world, I don't believe so.
And John, have you actively avoided that, or has it just been, it's just never happened?
No, there was never anything in the area where I
Very
grew
much,
up.
Marissa. Our next guest is on to talk about a product that she has.
Something that sort of speaks to me here.
Yeah, it's a non-alcoholic wine. Steve's not a drinker.
I'm not a drinker. Never have been.
But she has created this, and obviously we know her from her years on Everybody Loves Raymond and The Middle, amongst many, many other things. And don't forget the Acme commercials.
Yes, that's right.
Back in the day as well. But the wine is called Solubrae. Did I say that correctly, Marissa?
I believe so.
Solubrae. Please welcome to our program.
Solubrae.
Solubrae. Patricia Heaton. Solubrae. Celebratory Solubrae.
Solubrae is a play on the word salubrious, which means health-giving.
There you
That's
go.
what Solubrae is.
Gotcha.
Because it's wine that we produce up in Sonoma County, but we remove the alcohol.
Okay.
And it's I quit drinking about 8 years ago. I gave up my beloved Maker's Mark Old Fashions, which I miss a little bit.
I carry on the tradition, Patricia. It's all good.
Okay, thank you.
So wait a minute. Let's nip this.
Steve, have you ever been a drinker?
So I never have, but and so I look for things like this because I don't like the taste of alcohol really in anything, even like rum bread. So my wife will have wine.
Really?
Yeah, and so we look for things like for me to kind of have something with her. Do you know that?
Yes.
Yeah, at those times, I don't want to be there with the glass, a glass of chocolate milk, So this kind of gives me an entree. Would this be suitable for me?
Yes, and when I stopped drinking, I was looking for something exactly as you're describing, something that I could enjoy with everybody. And it really, I didn't like any of the product that I found out there. So, not actually knowing how to even go about this, we just kind of jumped into it. We actually started the process before the pandemic, and then everything kind of shut down. But I think the timing was actually good because we came out with it a few months ago. And we're at a point right now where more and more people are reducing or eliminating alcohol from their life. And I think, I have nothing against alcohol, but I think at a certain age, for me, it's not beneficial.
Right.
And as you start to sort of really carpe diem your life, right, you want to be fully present to the day. And often as you get older, this is good for people who are getting up there and want to really preserve their energy for the day. This is a great product. It tastes great. It's really quality. And you have your whole day. The next day, you're feeling fresh. You're feeling invigorated. There's no fog. There's no hangover.
There's definitely a market for non-alcoholic beverages. There was a stretch for almost 2 years I quit drinking because I was having migraine headaches, and I felt it might have been one of my triggers. So I did an elimination. Turned out it wasn't. I got the headaches anyway. But I took it out for a spin of non-drinking, and I was still looking, though, because I would go to parties and events. Yeah. I was looking for non-alcoholic beverages to drink, and at the time, there wasn't much available. I was drinking non-alcoholic beers. It was just like 2 products, and that was it. But now, when I go into, and as you know, in Pennsylvania, we have the specific liquor stores you go to, there is definitely a fairly sizable NA section that you can find. So people are looking for this to be a part of the ritualistic side of having a drink with other people. And there's something about that. There's something about that, holding that drink and smelling it. Now, what I want to ask you, Patricia, is, or just state this, this isn't grape juice, right? What is the difference?
No, it is not. We get wine up in Sonoma County, in Santa Rosa, and then we put it through a process where the alcohol molecules are centrifugally removed, which is a gentler process that protects the wine. And then we have to go in and adjust the acidity and certain factors, whether you want something drier, you want to make sure it still has the mouth feel, it has a nose. So it's really as close as you can get to wine with alcohol. So it really is lovely. We've gotten rave reviews. We are still searching for our distributor, but you can get it online, direct to consumer at Solubrae.com. And we're starting to have it in a few restaurants. So if you're at the Montage up in Healdsburg, California, you can get it there. Or if you come and visit me in Nashville, you can get it at Craig's restaurant and Lion's Share. We have some very top high-end restaurants that are starting to carry.
Well, I'll tell you why this is a big thing as well, Patricia, because there's also the market and the restaurants are really putting out in front of now, used to be kind of thing they keep in reserve, mocktails are big. And in fact, they'll even charge the same that they're charging for liquor drinks on the mocktails. I wanted to ask you, when I do drink if I found something that is alcohol-free, I like a slightly sweet taste, but I also don't want a ton of sugar. So where do these fall with that?
Well, that's the problem with mocktails, I feel. They have a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
One of the things you're trying to eliminate when you eliminate alcohol is the sugar. That's what gives you the sweats at night and the hangover in the morning. And Solubrae is only 35 calories a glass and only 4 grams of sugar.
Well, that's good. That's very doable.
Yeah, so it's really great. And, you can start out with a glass. Maybe you want 1 glass of wine, but then you follow it with an NA wine. Or maybe you're pregnant and you're having a baby shower. Yeah. And that's a perfect place. That if you have had any liver issues, a woman that had liver transplant came up to us and said, "I love this. I can now drink this. I haven't been able to drink since I had my liver transplant." So there's all different, reasons that people are turning to NA drinks, and I think ours is one of the best.
Cool.
I saw you launch this down at the South Beach Food and Wine Festival.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's so exciting. How are the NA drinks being received down there?
Yeah, well, we were the only NA wine there.
Wow.
So there was one other NA product, which was more of a spirits kind of thing. It wasn't wine. And we got an enormous response. You know, it was funny because we were heading into our tent, and we loved what we had created. We tried it with friends; they all loved it. But we really only tried it with a small sample size of people. And when we were walking in the tent, I saw these thousands of people there, and I thought, you know, maybe we should have tested it on a few more people. I figured, we got rave reviews. So we're really excited about it, and we've created 3 more varietals that will be out in a few months. So we have the rosé and the white, which are both based on Pinot Grigio wine, and then we have 3 more varietals coming out: a red, a sparkling white, and a red, a sparkling rosé, and a drier white. So the white we have, Steve, you might like the rosé actually that we have called Sundown.
No, I'm serious. I will. I'll check this out. You know, it's interesting though, and I'm reading about the impetus for you to do this, and I think a lot of people find themselves in this case. So you're not an alcoholic, but you found yourself putting away more than you would have liked. A, and then B. You know, I think there was one incident. I was reading an interview with you, and you were talking about being with your sons, and you know, you mispronounced a word. Explain that.
I was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had been drinking wine with my sons and their friends, and you know, it was just that kind of thing where over the course of 5 hours, you know, you have a glass of wine while you're cooking, then while you're eating, then while you're cleaning up, and then we're sitting around a table playing a board game, and I'm just topping up, you know, as we go along.
Right.
Top up the red wine. And in the middle of the conversation, I started to say, you know, in our family, it's a tradition. I could not pronounce the word tradition. I tried 3 times to pronounce the word tradition. I couldn't. And my youngest son looks at me and says, "Oh, that's great, Mom. You can't even talk." And I was so mortified. And I thought, you know, I feel fine. And I have not been slurring my words. This has been a 5-hour sitting around, relaxing. Nobody's chugging or anything. But it made me realize that even if I feel fine, the alcohol is affecting my brain, like my synapses. And so I thought, even if I think I'm okay, it's not really helping me at all.
Yeah.
And I think also your body changes as you get older and you don't process it as well. So, especially for women, I think.
Well, I know a number of people made
that was the wake up call.
Yeah, a number of people I find in my world are making similar decisions based on that. They still like the social aspect of being there with a drink like this that is, you know, a little bit more health of leaning and not as detrimental because at its base, alcohol is a poison if you're bringing it into your body. So if you could eliminate that, that's great. How has the general reaction been to it?
Oh, it's just been phenomenal. We just have people that can't believe that it has no alcohol in it. So that's the biggest compliment. And the number of people who are really eliminating alcohol from their lives is really surprising. It's a wonderful surprise. And I think the pandemic had something to do with it. You know, people drank so much during the pandemic that they're sitting at home, they're not going out. I am so thankful I quit drinking before the pandemic because if I hadn't, I would have been cracking open that Prosecco at like 11:55.
Right.
It's almost lunch, right?
Right. Yeah.
You know, I mean, when you're rewatching the entire series of The Sopranos, you know, that's all you're doing.
Yeah.
Then you know, why not, right? And so I'm so thankful that I had already stopped drinking because I think that would have been a problem for me. But a lot of people saw that it had become a problem. They gained weight. They weren't feeling great. You know, it's also a depressive.
Yeah.
So, you know, it can affect your life. And I think there's so much to live for. And, you know, you really want to, like, as I said, like carpe diem, grab every day and live it to the fullest. And I think Solubrae is a way where you can celebrate at night and have a great day the next morning.
Absolutely. We have to ask because obviously you're known for 2 really successful TV series runs with Everybody Loves Raymond and The Middle, and actually we became sort of quasi friends with Charlie McDermott.
Yep.
And but it's of the 2 audiences of the 2 points in sitcom time. at this point, what do you find you're recognized more for?
Well, the middle has really grown because of TikTok. A lot of clips have been posted on TikTok from the middle, and young kids, like from ages 9 up, have started seeing it and started saying to their parents, I want to watch this show. And so I get very young people coming up to me and saying how much they love the middle. And also parents saying, this show, we all love it. The kids love it. The adults love it because there's great subtle humor for adults in it that kids wouldn't necessarily get. And just about, life, raising kids, especially the Heck family is economically challenged.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, and just a lot of people relate to that, trying to do all of that, keep all the balls in the air. So, I mean, Raymond is sort of moving into, I say with humility, into like the honeymooners pantheon, right? It's kind of it's become a classic.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Universal. And it's, it resonates. It hasn't aged at all because the issues with marriage and family don't age. It's the same worldwide since the beginning of time.
Yeah, the truth is it's on MeTV. MeTV that runs
classics.
The classics.
Yeah.
It's sitting there
Right.
and people are
Yes.
binging it. So absolutely right.
Yes. But I love that, everybody does love Raymond. And then we have a whole new generations of people watching the middle. I had one parent, mom, with tears in her eyes saying, this is the only show our family can watch together, and it's so funny, and it's often very moving. And so I feel so blessed that I've been able to be a part of 2 shows that were the highest quality of writing and also super family friendly.
It's great.
Good for you. And this is cool that you're doing this, the non-alcoholic wine. It gives people an option.
I'm looking into it.
Definitely
I'm definitely going to look into it.
Patricia, it's great to speak to you. We wish you luck with this and everything else that you dive into, but we'll make sure that people are aware of Solubrae. And they can get it now. You can go to solubrae.com, and I'll spell it for you, Solubrae. So thank you so much, Patricia, and good luck.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You got
okay,
it.
Thank you.
Patricia Heaton. Yep. And yes, solubrae.com is where you get that. Solubrae.com.
Was that
That was a big woo on Marissa.
She had a high-pitched woo.
Woo!
I was excited. She was the face of Acme for all those years.
She was the face of Acme.
Yep.
Before the Preston and Steve show.
Yep.
I mean, we used to be the face of Acme too, and then she took over.
Yeah. Now we're the voice of Acme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the Acme Lounge and all that. All right. So we still have a few minutes to play with, and if you don't mind, I have a few Philadelphia-centric things to tell you about.
okay.
And I think we can go to. Oh, I meant to say who's Lou? Was that what you were standing by for?
Yeah.
Solubrae.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, but I've got some City Beach stories, and I thought this would be a good spot to share a couple of these.
Scoobity-woo, wow. It's time for Mini City Beat.
Thank you. Yeah. I like the mini City Beat. Oh, wait, I have the wrong thing. This is still Survey
I
Says.
know. That's what I was looking at. I was like, are we doing Survey Says
No.
again?
I got City Beat here.
City Says.
All right. So, by the way, in case you did not know this, more than 2,000 tickets were issued this past weekend for illegal parking near the FIFA Fan Fest in Lemon Hill.
And that was somewhere legally parked.
According to the PPA, on Tuesday, the acting executive director, Gabe Roberts, released the total number of parking tickets that were issued during the first weekend of the Fan Fest. And Roberts said after monitoring 587 residential blocks in the Fan Fest enforcement zone, the PPA issued 2,497 tickets for illegal parking.
Dude, how many meter maids were working? I need to write that.
Of those, 173 tickets were written in error to residents with valid parking permits. Those are going to be expunged. They're going to be taken care of.
Still, it's been a boon for parking tickets. I mean, it's crazy.
In addition, out of 162 tows for illegal parking in the enforcement zone this past weekend, 4 vehicles were towed in error. So that's not that many, but still, if it was your car, that would suck.
There's a story of a guy. Do you have that, Preston?
They were immediately returned those vehicles. They returned those vehicles to their owners and waived all fees and fines. No, I'm sorry.
There's one guy who left his house with his wife. They were going up to Pocono for the race. and they got there and the car was gone.
Ooh.
And so they had to go to South Philly. You have to find your way there.
Oh, geez.
That's always another adventure.
Every single ticket written in error is being canceled automatically through the PPA's permit database filters. And Gabe said that those who were ticketed in error don't have to take any action or worry about paying. It's just going to be covered.
Cut to them in 6 years sitting behind bars.
Yeah.
What happened?
I have not been there. I don't know what the parking situation is like. Is there a parking lot?
There is no parking.
There's no parking.
You cannot drive to it. I think the easiest ways are the Flash Bus picks up all over the city.
Okay.
SEPTA and other things. You can also just park in the city and walk over. But they've removed a lot of spots. Obviously, you can't park in that immediate brewery town area.
Okay.
But, on the outskirts, and you can walk in. The outer lanes of the parkway have been closed, so that removes a whole bunch of parking spots. But people are getting there.
Mm-hmm.
According to the City of Philadelphia, FanFest welcomed 100,901 visitors during the first 4 days, including 42,933 attendees on June 14th alone. Wow. But just to be aware of the parking.
Mm-hmm. In a city where aggressive parking tickets are legend,
Yeah.
doesn't help.
Nope. All right, here's another one from the City Beat. The world's largest operating steam locomotive is coming to the Philadelphia area.
I love trains. I love this sort of stuff.
Union Pacific's Big Boy number 4014 is making a journey to the East Coast for the first time in what the company says is a historic coast-to-coast tour to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. The tour includes several stops in Pennsylvania, including in Philadelphia, for a 4th of July celebration. As part of the fundraiser for the tour, some fans will get a chance to ride in vintage passenger cars pulled by Big Boy through the Pocono Mountains this weekend. The sold-out event is the only passenger excursion of the tour.
So every Christmas, I go to the Polar Express, the Colebrookdale Railroad, which is wonderful. These antique cars restored.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Old-style trains, I just love them. And this is the largest steam locomotive, Preston?
Yep.
So, yeah, wow.
Largest in the world. Steve, if you haven't been, if you like trains, you need to go to the Locomotive Museum in Lancaster.
I tried to get in
It
there.
is something else.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, you get up inside these things.
Oh, awesome.
And you see what a piece of machinery these steam locomotives are because, and you think about when they were built.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing that they were able to create this kind of
machinery
engineering from that time. And I think about how complicated it must be to repair something on these massive pieces of machinery.
So the Colebrookdale Railroad, they will bring these things in and they'll refurbish them and they'll do all of this stuff. And the people who do them are in short supply.
Sure.
The people who know how to do this and do it the right way. I had no idea, and I think I'm recounting this the correct way it was told to me, that a lot of these cars actually, they just sit them on top of the, save one or two connecting things to the actual wheels and the things that will make contact with the rails themselves, so that if the train does flip over, it can disconnect.
It comes off of the chassis?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what I heard. I don't know if that's the case with modern trains, but the trains of this kind, I believe, were built that way, which even adds more. It used to be, so the thing, now we have Jeff Bezos and his mega yacht. This was the G4, the Learjet of its time.
Sure.
The people who are really wealthy had their own train cars.
Oh, really?
And that was the sign of status.
Oh, I would imagine, man. And think about it, these things are just giant boilers on wheels.
Could you imagine working in one knowing that it could explode?
Yeah. So if you didn't get tickets for this event, it will be stationed in Scranton for ticketed viewing from the 15th through the 30th, so now through the 30th.
I wonder where that is in Scranton. My son, obviously he goes to the University of Scranton, and where his rugby field is there. It's funny because he's been in some rugby matches where these old trains will go by and they honk the horns. And I'm like, this is a terrible, because you can't hear the whistle from the referee or whatever. But I wonder if it's the one that runs right by that field, right by the campus.
Is there any chance we can get it in for an interview?
Well, I'll try.
The train?
Yeah, the train.
Work on that.
Yeah.
If you didn't get the tickets, like I said, it'll be in Scranton. The train will be traveling through Jim Thorpe, Reading, and Pottstown.
Oh, nice.
On July 2nd. It will pass through King of Prussia twice, with the first being on July 3rd and again on July 7th. Big Boy 4014 will then stop in Philadelphia, where you can see the steam locomotive on display from July 4th through July 6th. So you'll have a chance to see it.
I'm going to dress as FDR and stand alongside it. Welcome, boys!
If you want the full schedule, you can visit the Union Pacific website. That's where the information is.
What is the time frame for this train? I'm sorry, Preston?
Well, it depends on where you are. So,
no, I'm saying what period was it created? When was
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, good question. Marissa, if you could look up Big Boy number 4014, and maybe there's got to be a Wikipedia page for it. Maybe it can tell you when it was constructed. So,
or an OnlyFans.
Let's see. Built in 1941.
There you go.
So
Nice.
not that crazy old as far as locomotives are concerned.
I love videos of people that are just wait for these trains to come and they get so excited.
Yep.
Like, that's cool. I don't know if I've ever been that excited about something.
Well, that clip you had of that guy going, "This is special."
I can't find it.
That was that was from a guy waiting for a very specific train to come by, and he was like, "Oh!" He was just freaking out.
I'm gonna shoot.
It's like the people with that are into there's train spotting, which is what you're talking about, Casey. But there's also people the same thing with aircraft, with planes, passenger planes. Ryan, you know about that they're totally. There's a niche group of people that are way into that.
Man, the school that I went to in Florida, it was like every person that was there, like, and we were next to the airport. So every time you would like have a plane fly over, they would just look up, which I use as the perfect opportunity to cut in line at Starbucks because they were so damn distracted by aircraft. But I mean, it's all inspiring.
Listen, it gives you something to be. Here, I found it, Preston.
This is special. That's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, somebody texted in and said it's located at Steamtown, Montage Mountain.
What?
All right.
There seems to be a Steamtown National Historical Site, a park.
Okay.
That is in Scranton.
I'm going to head up early next Cardboard Classic and check that out then.
I was trying to look, Casey. It looks like it's closer to Scranton High School than it is the college.
University? Okay.
Yeah.
You ever see that footage of the people waiting and they're waiting for the Cleveland steamer to come by?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. That poop stain on their chest. That's the Cleveland steamer.
It's magical, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I never heard the phrase train spotting outside of the movie until just now. But it totally makes sense.
So the people who watch the trains go by, right? Are into that?
I guess so.
That's what I thought. And maybe you probably have to do heroin as well.
Yeah.
All right, here's another City Beat story. One of the most unique summer camp experiences in Pennsylvania is back. Philadelphia, as Marissa had told us recently, the birthplace of the American circus, is also home to one of the country's most notable circus summer camps.
I had no idea.
Steve, it's in Mount Airy.
Wow!
Which is where you live.
I could be a clown.
Philadelphia's School of Circus Arts invites kids to turn their summers upside down with camp sessions now through the end of August. The award-winning camp offers options for tots, juniors, youth, and teens this year.
Do they offer human cannibal classes?
With each camp divided by age and experience level. And they run a 1-week camp program designed for campers with emphasis on play and exploration in the exciting world of circus. Campers learn static trapeze, aerial sling, aerial fabric, wire walking, juggling, plate spinning, rolling globe, tumbling, unicycling, clowning, and more.
So this is all really wonderful gymnastic style stuff. It's a good exercise thing.
Yeah.
And I love this stuff.
So
you don't even have to do it the plan need not be that you're going to join the circus.
No, this is just for a fun camp. And being physically active. So teens, youth, and juniors start this week. July 6th, the kinder age starts.
When does the senior age start?
That's that already came and went. I'm sorry.
I missed that ship.
New for this year, teen programs are extended to 17 for the first time. So I guess 16 is where they used to draw the line. New before care debuts for parents. I don't know. The before care, I don't know. After care extends to 6 p.m. Oh, I see. I guess they can take kids outside of these times.
You can drop them off early.
Extended weeks this year to the longest session ever as well. So if you want to look into this, you can go to Philadelphia, check out Philadelphia School of Circus Arts.
Hello, Mrs. Jenkins. We need to talk about your son.
No prior experience is needed for camp, by the way.
Marissa, you did something like this before. Is this where you did it?
Yes, they set
Okay.
up along Broad Street. They set up a trapeze, and it was with these guys. But this is where the school is in Mount Airy.
Did they give an exact location of Mount Airy?
No,
or?
it doesn't. But you can
I
look
thought I
up
would have saw a circus.
Philadelphia School of Circus Arts for information.
Tents or something. Yeah, an elephant.
There was a program out our way, maybe like Hatfield or something like that, where we went. A friend of Caleb's was in this group, and they learned where you're up on the silks and stuff like that, and up on the ropes.
Cool.
And we went to. They had essentially a recital of sorts, and it was cool, man. It was. They were doing some
They
really
go up
neat
high.
things. Yeah.
It's right on Green Street, Steve.
Oh,
I'm looking
okay.
to see what it's called. It looks like it's an old school building of some sort.
Yeah,
like an old
school
campus
or church or something.
Yeah.
Guarantee I've driven by and seen it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought that was kind of cool and worth passing along. Here's another city beat. This should be the country beat. It's way outside of the city. This is out in Lancaster County, but Taylor Swift, of course, reportedly, getting married at Madison Square Garden and is commissioning an entertainment company in Lancaster County to build a massive stage for her star-studded wedding. It's Rock Lidditz in Lidditz. We've talked about this place many times. They've been working under lock and key on the project with security guards patrolling the area, according to TMZ. The stage will allegedly be used for a band to accompany the wedding celebration at Madison Square Garden. They have not released details about their upcoming nuptials, but TMZ reported a reception of over 1,000 people will take place in the arena Friday, July 3rd, following a smaller private ceremony.
This facility is legendary for where artists from the Rolling Stones and major artists will go out and stage their shows, get everything set up lighting-wise and all the sound cues, all that stuff. They do it out there, and they're, I don't know of any other facility like this.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are, but this is the one that we know about.
I mean, this thing is she. I mean, I say she, but they really could have only gone one of two ways with this wedding. It was either something very, very small and intimate with just family, or this.
Yep.
So people have been floating the notion, and I don't think it's the case. I think it's really going to happen at Madison Square Garden.
I do
that this
too.
is all a bait and switch, but we'll see.
Well, and then you start thinking about the business side of it, and this is how she can write it off as a business expense. Because of this.
She's got so much money. She doesn't need to write anything off. But
that's just part of that world of people. But I am curious, like, what's going to happen with this stage afterwards? Does it get donated somewhere? Does she take it on tour? Does she do an intimate show at Madison Square Garden after this or something like that, Billy Joel style?
Or is this just a one-off because she's got that much money?
And it just gets thrown out.
Rock Lidditz has a history of constructing elaborate set pieces or serving as a rehearsal space for A-list performers, though they abide by a strict policy that forbids them from disclosing their clients. Taylor, a Berks County native, has worked with the facility before to put together stage elements for her Reputation Stadium Tour in 2018 and sound systems for her record-breaking Eras Tour as well.
Remember, Coheed and Cambria they were in the area, it was a couple of years ago, and they were setting up everything out there. We asked if we could come out and see what they do. But I guess they have to have that really strict, non-disclosure stuff.
Part of the reason why people go there. So Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, they have all been spotted in the Lidditz area over the years while rehearsing. But a representative for Rock Lidditz did not respond to a request for comment.
Yeah, I've seen videos of Green Day hanging out at like the local bars around there. But Matt's cousin works and they live around there. And if you live or work in that area, you just don't talk about it.
Oh, really?
It's like Fight Club.
It pretty much is, yeah.
Yep. So thought that was kind of interesting that they're whipping that together.
That's very cool.
Yep. All right, that's it.
That's it?
Yep, we done. We wet. We'll get to another one another time down the road, but I do want to take a break and get back because we got some bizarre file stories that we are going to share with you. And by the way, speaking of all these, the rock concerts and stuff that we were, our Word of the Week prize is massive this week. We are giving away tickets to Dave Matthews Band, Foo Fighters, AC/DC, and Rush. All shows coming to Philadelphia this summer. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. These would be great Father's Day gifts, by the way, for those that still are around and available, but we will give away that package on Friday, and you're going to need today's letter to get it, so hang tight. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hundreds of miles to get to the nearest professional team of any size.
So I can see that. Where you were raised, you were not exposed to it. It's not something you decided you needed in your life. I just think by sheer happenstance, if you walk around in any major city or just even in the suburbs, by accident, a piece of burger is going to fly into your mouth.
At a barbecue or a picnic or something?
Yeah, but that's not fast food.
No,
that's different.
But
he won't do it because
you need something that where you know what's in it, like a hot dog.
Like a hot dog. You know every single
All
ingredient.
right, John, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Wow, that's a
like
good one.
Spam.
Let's see. All right, we will go to Nicole. Hi there, Nicole. Good morning.
Chicken pot, chicken pot, chicken pot pie.
All right, Nicole, what is something that you have never done that most people have?
I don't know how, nor have I ever played checkers, and I'm 53 years old.
Okay.
53 and never played checkers.
Have you ever played chess? It's probably a silly question.
No.
Okay.
But, I mean, no one's... I don't...
Oh, we're losing you.
I want to play. I want.
Okay.
I want to play. I want to play checkers, but no one will teach me, and I don't know why. And I watch kids and old people and everybody do it. I've seen it in the park, and no one has ever taught me. I have older sisters, and I guess they just never wanted to teach me.
I can't even imagine. Who wouldn't teach you checkers?
Is there a chance they don't like you, Nicole?
Everyone likes it.
So, Nicole, I have an idea for you.
Everyone likes
Checkers is really, really easy to play, you don't even have to be taught. It's almost like an intuitive game. Do you have an iPhone?
I do.
Okay, so on your iPhone, there is you can use this. It's an app that's on your phone already, and it's in your text app. It's called Game Pigeon.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You can play games with other people through texting, and checkers is in that.
Ooh.
You could start up a checkers game with somebody, anybody, the person that you think would be most likely to play against you in checkers.
And they may not even know it's you, and therefore be inclined to play.
Because they don't like me.
Well, no, we're not saying that.
And
It's just
everybody likes you,
Everybody
Nicole.
likes you, and we like you.
All right.
We teach you
Everybody
checkers.
likes me.
All right.
And you know what you could do as well, Nicole?
love you guys.
There are some there are some restaurants and bars that are board game related, and you can look them up online. And if you go, I'll guarantee you somebody on the staff will teach you how to play and play with you.
You can get hammered.
Checkers. So, all right, we're going to let you go, Nicole, but thank you very much. That's interesting.
Never playing checkers.
But she's wanted to. That's a difference. So
Yeah,
a lot of people, these things are calling in, they haven't wanted to do.
Right.
And so they don't do them, but she's wanted to and never had the opportunity.
I think a lot of people are afraid of there's a risk to playing checkers.
No, there's a risk.
It can be very lethal.
You might lose.
Yeah.
I mean, in Georgia, it was a hair-raising wake-up call for a family Friday morning as flames threatened their home. However, the homeowner, Erlene Rivera, said that she woke up to the sound of her bunny rabbit, Coco, thumping out a warning as her smoke detector sounded off.
Like Morse code?
She said, no, she said he knew something was happening. He started jumping and jumping.
The house is on fire.
The fire tore through the back of the home, entering the kitchen as she rushed to get everyone out. And she said, he was the first one that I pulled his cage with him inside. Rivera, her sister, alongside her 92-year-old mother. I'm sure they're happy to know she got the rabbit first.
Well, I know where I stand.
Made it out safely. Christmas gifts in tow, all thanks to a rabbit who had hopped into action before flames could spread.
Could you go back in and get my vibrator?
Fire personnel said that they believe the fire started on the family's back porch, the same spot where they had gathered just one day earlier for Thanksgiving. The back of the home sustained significant damage on one side, and the kitchen had moderate fire damage. And it appears, they said, the fire department said that they had a warming fire in the evening and had thought that they had fully extinguished it on a wooden deck in a metal barrel.
Grandma was playing with her flamethrower.
By the way, Rivera says that when they first purchased the home, they were renovating and they discovered a baby rabbit underneath it. And that rabbit would eventually become the family pet Coco, who is now their little guardian angel. So
Saved their lives.
Pretty cool.
We had our family cat save our lives one time. This is the first Hubert years ago who noticed that the pilot light was reacting to the gas building up in the house.
Wow.
And clawed at my parents' door, woke them up, and we got out.
That's awesome. Yes, that's right. Steve, you wanted to share something
As
with
you
us.
know, Preston,
Yes.
throughout the past couple months, I've been purchasing things that appear very crappy on the TikTok shop or Instagram.
Yeah.
And this one caught my eye a number of times, and I say that because that's pun intended. I don't know if you've seen, maybe you guys, Casey, you're on a little bit more, the blink while you talk eyeglasses.
No.
What?
I've not seen that. Case, have you seen these?
No.
I'm dying, though. These are... They look like toy glasses, but they actually have bulging eyeballs that come out of them. What is supposed to happen?
Yeah, I'm going to show you.
Okay, so Steve has put these on. Oh, my God. There's a strap that goes around your chin that triggers the eyelids to close anytime you open your mouth. So now just talk normally. No, without.
Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, and oddly enough, this is the most successful purchase.
I think so. Yeah.
Yours,
Did we all
Grace?
get one?
Yes.
Yay!
Oh, man.
The fart
Yes,
cup
here's
was.
yours. You should all put them on.
Yep, definitely.
Marissa.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. The fart cup from a couple years ago. That was pretty
And
good.
Ryan.
What was the fart cup?
It was like a travel mug, but it had a thing at the bottom where you could twist it and it made fart noises.
And then you also had the whistle cup.
Or maybe it was a whistle cup.
That's what it was.
That was it.
Yeah, it was. I remember that one. Yeah, you would blow into it and it would go.
I just assume everything Steve gives us is farting.
Well, this was not. We did get the pooter, the one that apparently this is not that good.
All right.
This is but the glasses I think are pretty good.
Yeah. Ooh.
You got to just make sure it's strung through every part of that thing. It's a little pain in the ass to get it out.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time unraveling this.
I know. Well, it's packed to perfection in that wherever it is in.
There we go.
All right, see if you can hook them up, and then open up the glasses and make sure the string is strung through each of the slots in the. So you see how the string is there, and then you tighten it under your chin.
Case.
Well, I don't know. I can't see out of my right eye. There it is. That's a little bit better. I think I got to tighten this up a little bit more.
All right, I'm gonna put mine on.
Yeah, it's supposed to fit snugly under your chin, I would assume, so that it's triggered at any point. Okay. Mine, are these open? No, they weren't open.
Oh, were mine open? There we go.
Mine were
Let me open
closed.
mine up a little bit.
If you tighten it too much, then they stay closed.
Yeah, just put it on the.
Hang on. There's a little balancing.
It's so goddamn dumb.
So, you have to definitely. You have to speak at volume if you want it to open and close. So I do like these. Mine, I would have to see. I'd need a video of myself while I'm doing this to see if it successfully
How do mine
works or
look?
not. Looks like you got crazy eyes, Steve. Now, if you do like a Jim Carrey type of movement with your chin, then you're going to get blinking eyes.
Yeah.
That's for our YouTube audience this morning, by the way. A little visual love. Steve, I love that. That's great.
Good. Enjoy, guys.
That'll be, I'll wear that Christmas morning.
Why not?
Opening up my gift. So, any idea how much of these cost, if you don't mind me asking, each?
$3.
Oh, really? Okay, good. Nice, cheap throwaway. Even if it wasn't any good, it'd be like, whatever, man. I like that. That's fun. So we're going to go to the ass now.
Yes, you have to.
Yes.
Opposite side.
We go top to bottom.
Yeah.
So you never know what scientists are going to find when they start looking for things. For example, research now
Don't go
suggests
looking around down there.
that hydrogen sulfide, the gas found in flatulence, may help protect the brain from Alzheimer's disease.
Oh.
In simpler language, smelling farts might help protect your brain.
That's complimentary.
A 2021 study from Johns Hopkins Medicine found that in mice, the gas helped prevent the buildup of tangled proteins that block communication between brain cells and cause them to die.
So one is not suggesting that you should surround yourself with gaseous people who fart on you all the time. If you could extract this gas, could you by inhaling it periodically slow an Alzheimer's scenario?
It's early in the research, but they're looking at that very thing.
But at least eat more beans.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to ask this question to the room, although I know Marissa probably doesn't want to answer this. But if you are alone in bed and you fart under the covers,
Ryan, we got to bring you in on this because Marissa probably won't be in on it.
you give yourself a Dutch oven if you know it's a pungent one.
Like a good one?
A good one?
Listen, and I saw this on a greeting card one time, and I wholeheartedly agree. Happiness is the smell of your own farts.
Yeah.
So, yes, Casey, I would.
That was so poetic.
Thank you. It's not mine. I read it.
No, that was Lord Byron.
Ryan, would you do it?
Probably,
And let's be honest here,
nonchalantly, you'd be curious.
Yeah.
All right. You have your pilot's license. Would you ever do it in a cockpit?
Oh, there's no getting around it. In those small single engine air, it's like flying a VW Bug.
Yeah.
There's no choice.
Yeah. I don't say that I will Dutch oven myself.
Yeah.
There's.
Well, you waft.
We've been talking recently about you get the gassiness, the buildup in your body, and it's almost like tapping off that potential agita. You know, when you get gassy inside, when you are able to expel, it's like
Yeah, but you're wafting it, Preston. You're like,
there's a little bit of oregano,
especially when there's a little sting to it. You're like, ooh, that was a good one.
That's like the police.
Yeah.
Because I did have a follow-up to that question, and you guys don't know the answer to this, but like, do you think that, we do that because there's something in us that we are unaware of that thinks that there is a medicinal aspect to it?
I don't think that. I think that subconsciously we might be checking our health to some extent.
I think so. That's why I taste my own poop periodically.
Wow.
There's something wrong here.
No, I honestly think that smelling that gives you a peek into whether or not you're doing okay.
I would bet you that, and Dr. Mike could certainly dissect this, but I think there are a trained nose could discern something that might suggest a medical condition through a fart.
Right.
I don't know any doctor that actively wants to do that. But the same way, like I think of in the way that they have the kitty litter boxes now that can immediately take a urine sample from a cat.
Right.
And or the toilets that you were talking about that will take a picture of fecal matter and assess what's going on.
Okay, here's...
All right.
I don't know why I've never thought about this. This is disgusting.
All right.
But it has to do with smelling farts. I don't think ever in my life I've ever smelled another human being's gas and gone, ooh.
No.
That's a good one.
No.
I can...
But for your
I
own.
can absolutely say.
Right?
I have never liked the smell. Never.
Yeah. But your own?
Oh, my God. I've never disliked my... The worse, the
I've never
better.
thought about that. Yeah,
No.
the worse, the better.
So, if you're shaking your head as you're listening to this, and the truth of the matter is, think about it. Have you ever disliked the smell of your own gas?
Yeah, like I can't even be with myself.
No, I'm sorry. I always love it.
Disgusting.
And I always wish I could turn it into a cologne.
Yeah. So the researchers gave the mice a compound that slowly released hydrogen sulfide, and the animals showed a 50% improvement in memory and
Dude, are you farting your brains out?
and motor function.
The hell did they give us?
Scientists say the findings open doors for new treatments, but
mouse farts have to be adorable.
The research has only been done in animals so far. For now, the idea that smelling farts could ward off dementia is more of a quirky takeaway than proven medical advice, but the jury's still out. But listen, they'll research it. All right, so there's a murder trial happening. It's a big one, and normally I don't put these big high-profile murder cases in the bizarre file, but
you're the one that committed the murder.
Well, it's a trial of this guy. We got some B-file stories.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Tis brought to you by Horizon Services Cooling. They have 24/7 emergency AC service available even on nights and weekends. Plus, you can get a new system for as little as $105 a month and an up to 12-year warranty. Book your visit today at horizonservices.com. A woman in a rush to watch a reality TV show ended up behind bars instead. The Arizona Department of Public Safety says that it happened last week with a woman caught speeding on State Route 347 in
Pinal County, just south of Phoenix. The driver was clocked at 108 miles an hour. When she was pulled over, she told troopers that she wanted to get home in time to watch Love Island.
I knew it.
For crying out loud. The woman, who was not identified, was arrested for criminal speed and reckless driving, and her vehicle was put into what authorities called car jail for 20 days.
You're driving me to Phoenix!
So she wanted to get home to see Love Island, did 108 miles an hour to make sure that she was making it there on time.
People are addicted to that friggin' show.
A United Airlines flight was briefly delayed in Cancun on Thursday after a swarm of bees decided to take a rest on the airplane's wing. It's really big. You should see this, by the way.
And they were sting crazy.
Yes.
La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Ah, bees!
Social media.
Bees! Bees in the car! Bees everywhere!
Social media video appeared to show ground crews inspecting the plane while the aircraft was stationary, and then showed most of the bees being blown off while the flight did its takeoff roll. So they took off with the bees on there. United Airlines confirmed the incident, and according to the airline, there were no injuries or reports of bees in the airplane cabin. Data from FlightAware shows that the plane arrived at its destination in Los Angeles 12 minutes early. While bees may not be a major concern for airplanes, other wildlife can pose more serious dangers. Of course, bird strikes, for example, can damage the aircraft, and they often take major efforts to keep birds and other animals off of airfields and away from the areas where they can cause disruptions. But yeah, there's a video, and you can see the bees are just getting sheared off of the wing as they're taking off. A humanoid robot has now climbed to 20,564 feet, the summit of Ecuador's Chimborazo volcano. And the team behind the project says that Mount Everest is next.
No, that's going to be amazing if they can do that. Robots summiting Mount Everest.
A modified Unitree G1 robot named Pemba, decked out in special booties and a custom warming jacket, made the trek as part of an initiative led by French engineer named Pablo.
I mean, is this going to take over? Is this going to take over for the, I was going to say Yeti. What are those people called?
The
Sherpas.
Sherpas. Yeah.
The Yetis.
Yeah.
The robot walked.
I'm tired of doing this.
The robot walked.
It's a goddamn robots.
The robot walked autonomously through sections with less than a 30-degree incline, but was carried through the steeper parts of the grueling 60-hour climb. I know, right? Yeah. Can't do it.
Carrying the robots.
At 20,564 feet, Chimborazo is taller than Denali from its base to peak, and is technically the point on Earth furthest from its center due to the equatorial bulge.
Interesting.
Didn't know that.
It's going to see an equatorial bulge in my pants.
The project's broader goal is scientific rather than just flashy, aiming to develop humanoids capable of monitoring remote and extreme environments such as the Amazon rainforest, where sending people is difficult or dangerous. The team's next target is Hawaii's Mauna Kea before attempting Everest.
I wonder if robots could one day be sent up to reclaim some of those famous frozen bodies.
Yeah, maybe.
on Everest. And another question, would the loved ones of those people want them removed and brought back down?
Some see it as a like a memorial.
Monument, yeah.
All right, and then a hiker who survived a terrifying grizzly bear attack in Glacier National Park is recovering after multiple surgeries and is now facing mounting medical expenses. The attack occurred May 28th on the Grinnell Glacier Trail, one of the park's most popular hiking routes. The hiker, Daniel Crago, said that he and a friend were nearing the end of the trail when he continued to head to a snow-covered section to take in the views and snap a few photos. About 10 minutes later, as he began making his way back along the trail, he noticed a smaller grizzly bear nearby.
No.
As he scanned the area, he spotted a larger grizzly on the mountainside about 15 feet away. Crago said that he attempted to alert the animal to his presence, but believes that the close encounter may have startled the bear. He said, as soon as it saw me, it charged down and attacked me. The bear bit his arm, dragged him between 20 and 30 feet before running away. The attack left Crago with a severe arm injury that required emergency medical treatment. Several nearby hikers quickly stepped in to help. A pediatric emergency room physician who happened to be on the trail stabilized his arm and helped stop the bleeding. Then another hiker continuously made noise to discourage the bears from returning. I knew it. I knew it. Keep doing that, man. Keep doing that. Someday, Steve, that's going to save your life.
I'll be looking down a grizzly bear.
Yep. Another visitor used a satellite communication device to contact emergency responders and request a medical evacuation. The injured hiker was airlifted by helicopter to a hospital where he underwent emergency treatment and surgery. You can hear the ambulance coming. As that cracks me up.
It's just a weird. I love when we're out in public or we're meeting people and you just hear that in the crowd.
He said that he has undergone 3 surgeries so far and expects to need at least 1 additional procedure as part of his recovery. As a result, Crago said that he is facing significant medical bills associated with his treatment and ongoing care. The fundraiser was created to help offset costs while he focuses on healing. He also said that any money raised beyond his medical expenses will be donated to the U.S. National Park Service.
Don't I get any?
Yeah. Sorry.
If you won't be a bear, be a grizzly.
And that is what I have in the bizarre file for you this morning. We are taking a break. We're coming back in a moment. We still have giveaways, by the way. We're going to give away for the lesson question some tickets to the Universal Theme Parks exhibition coming up at the Franklin Institute. We'll get some trash and music news, too. So hang out. Taking just a quickie. Be right back. Yeah. It's drawn national attention. His wife, Anna, vanished nearly 3 years ago. Prosecutors accused him of killing her on New Year's Day 2023, dismembering her body, discarding her remains in dumpsters across the region, including one near his mother's home. Investigators never recovered the body. In the days after her disappearance, prosecutors say Walsh repeatedly misled police as searches stretched out from the couple's neighborhood to Washington, D.C., where she worked. Now, on November 18th this year, just before the jury selection began, he pleaded guilty to 2 charges, which were misleading police and improperly removing or concealing a body. He still faces first-degree murder charges. Sentencing on the lesser charges will come later. The reason I bring this up is I wanted to read to you guys some of the internet searches that they found on his computer.
I love these. They're always so damning.
Oh, my God. So according to the officer, these were some of the posts, and there's a lot. Okay, so here we go. It started at 4:52 a.m. on January 1st, on New Year's Day, which is when she went missing. Best ways to dispose of a body, and then it was how long before a body starts to smell. Another one was 10 ways to dispose of a dead body if you really need to. Next was how long for someone to be missing to inheritance, how long for someone to be missing to be dead, how long does DNA last, and he's redirected to a website titled, Is It Possible to Clean DNA off of a Knife? Can identification be made on a partial human remain? How to dispose of a cell phone? How to dispose of a computer? Am I the user of my wife's? I am the user of my wife's credit card. She is missing. Can I still use the card?
Jesus.
My wife is missing. What should I do? Your spouse is missing and you want a divorce. Ways to dispose of body parts after a murder. And then 6 ways to dispose of a body. Murder. Oh, my God. Cleaning up a dead body. How to clean blood from a wood floor. Can I use bleach to clean my wood floors from blood stains? What does bleach do to dead bodies? Want to get away with murder? Use special detergent. Is it better to throw away crime scene clothes or to wash them? How do you use hydrogen peroxide on blood stains? How to clean blood stains with hydrogen peroxide? Should I use hydrogen peroxide on blood stains in concrete? Can the FBI tell when you've accessed your phone? Does the dishwasher clean blood?
Stop it.
Is it possible that a knife which has blood on it remains contaminated with HIV after it has been washed with hot water and dish soap? How to remove a SIM card from an iPhone? How to remove a hard drive from an Apple laptop? TJ Maxx near me.
I mean.
How long do stores keep security footage? How to saw a body? How to dismember a body? Hacksaw, the best tool for dismembering a body. Details of dismemberment discussed in murder trial. Can you be charged murder without a body? Commit murder conviction without a body. No corpse, no problem. Dude, I've got 2 more pages of this.
Was there anything in that was damning?
This goes on and on and on.
You know, my name's Bill Smith, and I live at this, and I killed my
I want
wife.
to commit a murder.
Yeah.
And also, what's happening with the Franklin Mills Mall?
It's crazy. It is absolutely insane. It goes on and on.
Apparently, he's unaware or had been unaware of the Google search history, figuring prominently into convictions these days.
Well, yeah.
That's the most insane amount of searches. To his benefit, or to his credit, he's doing his research.
I love these surveys because some of them are the reason we invented this segment is because I kept getting these stupid surveys. It just didn't make any sense. So here we go.
All right, stupid
YouGov surveyed 8,124 U.S. adults and asked, "What's your favorite pasta?" And not pasta dish, pasta style. I mean, so the actual shape of the pasta. Marissa's shaking her shoulders. She's all excited.
And we're going to leave you as the finale.
Okay.
May I start?
Sure.
Angel hair pasta.
Okay, you like the really thin stuff. All right, what about you, Casey?
Ginachetti.
Gnocchi.
Gnocchis.
I think I like linguine is probably my favorite. A little bit, and by the way, Ben is applauding me out in the green room right now. He's a guest we're going to have in here in a little bit. He likes linguine. I think I like linguine. It's a little slightly thicker than spaghetti. Although, I know it's a kid's order, but damn it, spaghetti just makes me feel good.
Spaghetti's the best. You know what I love? Since rigatoni is most often used in I have a pesto chicken.
Yeah. Oh, pesto, sure, yeah.
So that would be neck and neck with my angel hair pasta.
All right, we haven't checked in with Ryan Shuttleworth yet, so let's find out what he thinks. Favorite pasta?
Cavatappi pasta, so like the corkscrew.
Okay, yeah. And you know what is interesting about pasta shapes is that they are specifically for certain sauces because something like that will hold like a bolognese. It will hold the little pieces of meat in the spirals and stuff like that. And same with some ones that maybe like rigatoni that have the slots that go down the side of them. All right, Marissa.
Go ahead.
What's your favorite?
Oh my God, I could talk about this for hours. It's fusilli, but there is a specific fusilli that is more of a corkscrew fusilli.
Yeah.
And it's really, really tight. And it's like the yummiest. Like if I walk by it at the supermarket, I just have to buy it. And there's one brand who actually makes spaghetti length of the corkscrew fusilli.
Stop it, really?
And it is my all-time favorite.
Wow.
Yes.
So, Marissa, I know
never seen
exactly
that.
what you're talking about. There's one of my favorite dishes of all time. It was what they call tricolor fusilli. Mm-hmm. And it was a place called Bocce in New York would make it, and it was one of my favorite Italian restaurants to go to. It was delicious.
All right, so here are the results.
Let's hear.
Number one is spaghetti. 33% had voted for spaghetti as their favorite. Number two is penne. Penne's always a good go-to.
Bye-bye, penne.
Yeah. Well, bye-bye, penne. Number three is macaroni.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
It's a go-to.
And I guess you have to, I don't think about macaroni as pasta because I don't really think about macaroni in Italian cuisine. I think about it as an American,
I agree.
Cheese,
So
yeah.
maybe I don't know if this is an aberration what I'm doing, but I always when I have my angel hair pasta, it's kind of like a spaghetti. Like I'll have it as I'll have it with a meat sauce. Yeah, that's absolutely fine, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do
Or am I
whatever you
committing a
want.
crime?
No, you can do whatever you want. Number four is tortellini.
Yeah.
The little filled circles.
Yeah.
The cheese tortellini is kind of fun.
I made some on Sunday for dinner, and I got extra, so I think I'm making a different tortellini tonight.
You magnificent bastard.
Here's what I'm thinking about doing, though, Prespo, is I'm thinking about actually cutting the tortellinis up first so that it's all broken up and the cheese can kind of break out, and then cooking that into a
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that.
Me too. I think that's kind of violating the whole idea behind tortellini.
But I'm just going to experiment. I'll let you know tomorrow morning how that went.
Listen,
All right.
what do you want to do in your own home? You do.
You're with friends.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and then number five, Casey, is Genichetti.
All right.
Yeah. Gnocchi.
Yeah, but there's only I can only eat gnocchi a certain way. I do not like it with a white sauce. It's got to be at least a red sauce or like a rosé vodka sauce.
So you did it for the gnocchi.
Yeah. You could take that gnocchi.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
No, man, I've had some gnocchis that have a white sauce. I had one time that had like a blue cheese flavor to it. It was really good.
Did you ever have
as long as that sauce was kind of
a
white?
yucky gnocchi?
a yucky gnocchi?
Do you like the ones that are like big and pillowy, or the ones that are a little more like firmer and potatoey?
Pillows.
Big pillows?
I think I like the firmer and potatoey ones.
Me too.
A little bit better.
Yeah, I feel like you can eat more of those.
The problem with pasta is that it's all wonderful, and the pasta with the real issue is you go in like, oh, this is going to be so good, and you have a couple of forkfuls and you're done.
Yeah,
because it just boom.
Yep.
Yeah, Steve. One time, and I was in my young 20s. I went to a all-you-can-eat crab thing, right? And it was like snow crab legs.
Right.
And what they did is they give you a side of pasta with it.
Yeah.
And I made the mistake of eating that pasta.
Yep.
They do that so you don't eat as many crabs.
Exactly. But Steve, the great thing about though is filling as it is, and when you go to a restaurant, pasta is one of the best leftover foods you can have.
Yep. And you and I agree. It can be cold, it can be reheated. Yeah. It don't matter.
My most craved, every once in a while, I just want like a pizza shop ravioli. Just in like that red sauce in a little tin container with the plastic top.
Yeah. Ravioli rocks.
So this fusilli I was talking about, the spaghetti, it's called Anna brand. It's under the Cento brand, which is like the yellow and blue and red logo. And it's made in West Deptford.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's like Cento Boulevard. I don't
tasted
know.
a little West Deptford.
Now, is it Cento or Cento? How's that pronounced?
Probably the way you said it.
I wasn't sure. I've called it Cento.
Is it sunt or no?
Or never mind. I won't say that. Chunt.
Yeah.
We've invented a new word
for people to mispronounce at the Italian restaurant. How's your chunt? we should come up with an Italian restaurant with the most diabolically named.
I mean, because if it's pronounced that way, you can spell it. You can CUNT if you want. What are you? It's chunt.
It's chunt.
Is that a red sauce?
Wow. To the store, and we have an entire section that's dedicated to computers and software and all of that stuff.
Yeah, there's a big tech section in the general store.
So while we're in this store, I'm going to tell you about the a hacking group called Scattered Lapsus Hunters. That's their name, and that includes members of a gang known as the Shiny Hunters, and they are attempting to extort Pornhub. Speaking of dog fart. Pornhub after claiming to have stolen personal information belonging to the website's premium members. And on Friday, Pornhub confirmed it. It was among several companies affected by an earlier breach at the widely used web and mobile analytics provider, Mixpanel. Maxipanel.
It would have actually been perfect.
Which exposed unspecified analytics events of some Pornhub premium users. And on Monday, bleeping rocks, of course. Faith No More and Epic. It's Preston and Steve show. It's a Wednesday morning. Happy you're on board. Blood Drive. 2 days away. 2 days. Friday. We're headed to Oaks. Want you to be there. Let's fill up all of those slots. You can go to PrestonandSteve.com and get on there. It's life-giving. That's the bottom line. There's somebody whose life you very well may save by, maybe just taking a couple hours out of your day and stopping by. And we'll make it worth your while, too. If you come by during our program, love to say hello to you. And also, we give you the, I believe, for Preston and Steve Blood Drive t-shirt, the most recent one, along with a pair of sunglasses from our friends at Window Nation and some free play at Arnold's Family Fun Center, which is right there connected to the convention center.
And available throughout the day. It's not just our show. If Jackie's following up after us and Brent, it's going to be a full day thing. We need you there.
Yeah, it starts, with us early in the morning, but it goes on until, Brent is done with his show.
Yeah.
6 o'clock. So, or what time does Brent get done?
7.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. And then he heads over next door to Arnold's for the after event.
Yeah, and on the Preston and Steve Show Instagram post, I went through and found some tips from the Red Cross. Things like, I know, Steve, you've mentioned eat iron, hydrate, all sorts of things. So head on over to that carousel and find some tips to get you ready.
Yeah, because we want to make sure, maybe you've been taking medications that won't allow you to donate blood, or maybe you've traveled somewhere that won't allow you to donate blood. You can check these things ahead of time.
And one thing I remembered is that sometimes they can't broadcast the show in the area exactly where you're donating. So bring headphones so you can listen.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. And like I said, Brent will be at Arnold's, and there's going to be $3 Sly Fox beer specials, live music from Big Green Limousine, Hot Dad Calendar, and Muddy Ruckus as well. And yeah, we would just love to be a part of this big one. We're down to one location for this particular year because our other venue, which is usually Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia, we didn't have the availability, so we're doing it one spot this time. Not as convenient for some people, so we appreciate those of you who are going to take the extra steps to come out and be a part.
Just a couple extra steps could and probably will go to saving someone's life. So we really appreciate it.
Yep. All right. So it's lesson question time. We are going to give away a 4-pack of tickets to the Universal Theme Parks exhibition at the Franklin Institute. The question we'll ask you this morning is, what is the name of my new travel show? 610-660-9333, where I keep going back to the same place over and over.
Right.
What is the name of Preston's new travel show? My new travel show. If you know the answer and you heard it around 7 o'clock this morning, we need to hear from you. 610-660-9333. Give us a call right now.
The trash business is a gold mine.
93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
Brought to you by Sequoia Outback. If your deck has more cracks than the Liberty Bell, then it is time to upgrade. Update your backyard at Sequoia Outback so that it'll last the next 250 years. 309 in Hatfield and decksupplies.com. What's up this morning, Steve?
Well, Preston, Shia LaBeouf celebrating his 40th birthday by announcing that despite his many missteps in life, a complete turnaround is not impossible. In response, the Society of Actuaries responded saying they've concluded it's impossible. Diddy responding to a John Doe lawsuit claiming he was sexually assaulted by Diddy years ago. Without a lick of irony, Diddy responded asking, what kind of stupid name is John Doe?
Oh, my God.
And finally, just a day after his divorce from Bunny XO went public, Jelly Roll took to the stage in Canada to start a concert tour with Post Malone. Jelly Roll says he looks back at himself just a few years ago and realizes he was a completely different man. And that's your Hollywood Trash.
All right, we will see if you know the answer to this. What's the name of my new travel show? I go to the same place over and over again. I'm going to go to Bill and see if he heard that. Hey, Bill. Good morning, buddy.
Morning, guys. Sorry to bother you at work.
We'll let it slide. Do me a favor and tell me what's the name of my new travel show.
Redundant Travel.
Yes, the Redundant Traveler. Hang on, pal. You're going to head over to Universal Theme Parks Exhibition at Franklin Institute. You can explore how theme park attractions like Jurassic World, Minions, and Super Nintendo World come to life through hands-on exhibits, cutting-edge design, and storytelling innovation. And you can get your tickets today at fi.edu.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
Really? Yeah. All right, so Daughtry has announced a 20-year Unplugged tour. 20 years. 20 years Unplugged tour. A fall acoustic run in intimate theaters and small venues across the U.S. celebrating their 20th anniversary as a band. The tour opens October 12th at Troy Savings Bank Music Hall in Troy, New York. Wraps up in November in Dallas, and they will be stopping through Atlantic City. The show is October 17th. Singer-songwriter Ryan Purds opens all dates. The run will strip Daughtry's catalog down to its acoustic roots. VIP and artist presale begins today. And I'm sorry, I'm distracted by Ryan Purds.
I know. Purds.
How can you not get turds your entire life?
Hey, turds.
It's spelled Perdz. I was not familiar with that. Yeah, Ryan. Hey, what's up, turds? I mean, that's what we would do.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. So VIP artist pre-sale begins today. General on sale is Friday. For a full list of tour stops, you can check the Daughtry website.
Talking about one of my favorites would be Dave Nabalski, who ended up being Ball-Sacky for all the time we knew him.
My favorite is the guy who I never even met.
I know who you're going to say. Todd Lipschitz was a guy I went to high school with, and we just called him S-Lips. Obviously, I can't say that on the air. He ended up changing his name.
Oh, man.
Years later, when I was dabbling on Facebook, when Facebook just arrived, and I'm like, who's Todd Lisbon? And I was like, it's Lipschitz. He changed his name.
Lipschitz is
it's fairly common name.
Yeah.
But
it's just not a good name.
We called him S-Lips.
Yeah. You taunted him.
He was a friend, though. That was the thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't. We weren't. We weren't bullies. He was a friend of ours. We hung out with him and everything. So anyway, I know it's a great name. All right, so one last story. The Recording Academy has announced some rule changes and 5 new categories for the 2027 Grammy Awards.
Oh.
As for the rule change, there's a couple of them. Best New Artist eligibility has been expanded, allowing artists to be submitted up to 4 times instead of the previous 3. Album eligibility rules have also been updated, now requiring only 66% of tracks on any new album be new recordings rather than the previous 75%. And the new categories are as follows. Best Asian Pop Music Performance.
Oh, well, there you go. That's as a result of.
Yeah, K-pop.
Yeah.
So it includes genres like K-pop, J-pop, and C-pop.
Yeah. What about soda pop?
Featuring meaningful use of one or more Asian languages. So I guess K-pop is Korean, J-pop would be Japanese, and C is Chinese, I assume?
yeah.
C-pop? I wasn't familiar with all these things. Best R&B collaboration or duo group performances, and it recognizes excellence in contemporary R&B performances by duos, groups, collaborations between multiple artists. With the new category, the previous Best R&B Performance category has been renamed Best R&B Solo Performance. And then you have 3 more. The Best Traditional Pop Vocal Performance. And it celebrates vocal performances rooted in classic pop traditions that are distinct from modern pop styles. What
does that mean?
Does that mean?
No auto-tuning? No. Is that what that means? I don't know what the hell that means.
Modern pop style traditions that are distinct from modern pop styles. I have no idea how they will
try satisfying that one.
Quantify that.
The only thing that comes to mind is no use of any enhancement or auto-tuning or any
I don't know
production wizardry.
But that's
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
You really got to research that.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, then you have the Best Traditional Folk Album. And it awards albums focused on traditional folk music and recordings that preserve or reflect long-standing folk traditions. With this new category, the previous Best Folk Album category has been renamed Best Contemporary Folk Album. And then finally, the Best Latin Song will be added, and it recognizes songwriters for outstanding, newly written Spanish language songs, with the award going to the song's writers rather than the performers.
What about K-Folk, J-Folk, and C-Folk?
And traditional pop folk J.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who the hell knows?
That's some bizarre wedging in there between other categories.
But they're adding more to it. So,
it means the ceremony will be that much longer.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, and that is what I have in music news for you. We will have a final break to take. If you have been wanting to get on board for this really great concert ticket package that we have to give away for the Award of the Week prize, you got to stay with us for at least a few more minutes because we'll get the letter of the day. Ray Coop will be in here in just a moment. Stay with us. Reported seeing a sample of the stolen Pornhub data, which included personal information associated with Pornhub premium members, including the registered email addresses and location, activity type, such as which videos and channels they watched, including the video name and web address, keywords associated with video, and the date and time that the event was recorded.
So, Preston, I'm unfamiliar with Pornhub. What?
So it's a website, Steve.
Hang on, I'm taking notes here.
If you could give me some information.
But honestly, why is anybody a premium member? Like, I don't.
It's all free.
It's all like
a friend told me.
Yeah. Your friend told you, and then you told me.
And then I told my friend to call you.
Yeah.
Because I felt I was worried you
but
might know.
What does a premium membership actually
What do you get?
you? Like, I don't get it. Why even pay money?
Marissa, do you mind looking up what do premium members of Pornhub get?
Well, first they get that gift bag from the Golden Globes.
Okay.
And then they get a jerkmate.
I've heard of jerkmates.
Yo.
Wow.
Yo, ever heard of Jerkmate?
So the a spokesperson for Shiny Hunters, the actual gang,
Shiny Happy Hunter,
that said that the hackers have sent an extortion email only to Pornhub so far and declined to say how many other companies were a part of the Mixpanel incident. Right before Thanksgiving, Mixpanel revealed a breach that it discovered on November 8th, which affected its corporate customers without saying which ones nor how they were affected.
So in this case, I think Casey raised a terrific question. Why would anyone actively, especially knowing that these sites are often getting hit for credit card numbers getting stolen and fraud and all of that stuff, why would you actively become a member when a friend tells me so much is already free on the site?
All right, here we go. What do I get? What extra content do I get? It says with Pornhub Premium, you get access to 300,000 plus premium videos. So premium videos, there's some videos you can't access unless you have the premium membership.
Oh my God, what am I going to do?
With more being added to the video library every day. This is all full length and high quality. The top shelf stuff comes from content partners like Brazzers, Mofos, Digital Playground, Jay's POV, Reality Kings, Bratty Sis, and lots more. There's no dog fart mentioned in this.
So, Preston, I know that if I'm watching a video or my friend is watching a video and the video isn't color corrected properly, I just get absolutely horrified at it.
And listen, if the audio doesn't match up,
oh my God,
come on, man.
The Dolby Atmos wasn't working on that squirter video.
So
I like this. It just says Pornhub Premium is like the Pornhub you know, just way better.
Just way better. Okay. So
listen, I love that Pornhub provides data. They have such a wide. Marissa, how many people do they estimate? How many people are currently members of Pornhub?
Hang on.
What is there that?
Marissa's serving to the website, and I can see the monitor that she's on, and there's just a big oral scene just popped up on my screen. And listen, I'm desensitized to that stuff,
Yes.
but when I know Marissa is controlling it.
Oh, sorry, Marissa.
By the way, round of applause for Marissa for taking a bullet for us on the research computer.
This is only the third porn interaction Preston and I have shared in a week. So by now we should be fine, right?
We're just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
I'm just getting warmed up. That's all we're doing right
Preston,
about
you
now.
jerk me.
So- yeah, that's right. Yeah, don't you know?
I'm just getting warmed up.
In Tennessee, a former Shelby County deputy has been decertified for having oral sex in a courtroom while he was on duty.
How do you pull it off in a courtroom?
A committee of the Tennessee Peace Officers Standards and Training Commission voted Thursday to decertify former Lewis Hamlet.
I object.
Wait till you hear the defense, though. So the Hamlet admitted to taking part in consensual sexual activities in the courtroom with a female clerk on several occasions. During the hearing in Asheville, Hamlet said that he was in uniform, still working when it happened, but he was not the one who engaged in the sex act. Lewis Hamlet says, and I kid you not, he's going for this defense, I didn't engage in oral sex. She engaged in oral sex I received. That's what the guy said.
This poor man.
He's a victim.
You better stop that in an hour.
The SCSO detective said that the courtroom was empty when Hamlet and the clerk engaged in sex, but Shelby County Courthouse was still open. Hamlet is no longer with the sheriff's office.
I'll be extra mad at you if you cut my testicles.
He said he had a civil case pending and asked for a delay in any actions being taken against him. The case was investigated criminally, but no charges were filed because the encounter was considered consensual.
You got to give him credit on the guts to try that.
It's a creative tactic. All right, here's another story. An automated weapons detection system sent a Florida middle school into lockdown Tuesday after misidentifying a clarinet as a gun. Lawton Childs.
She's got a clarinet.
Lawton Childs.
And I know how to play it.
Middle school in Oviedo had initiated a code red, and the principal blamed the student for holding a musical instrument as if it were a weapon.
We were outside. We could hear Benny Goodman. It was horrible.
Dr. Melissa Ladani, in a message to parents, said, while there was no threat to campus, I'd like to ask you to speak with your students about the dangers of pretending to have a weapon on the school campus. The newest stories don't identify the system that they use, but apparently it's some sort of AI. There's reportage of the
spread of such systems in Florida, and one story identifies a provider in Seminole County as Zero Eyes. They pay $250,000 for a cloud subscription.
They can upgrade to Hungry Eyes, Preston, which is a...
Eric Carmen.
Yeah.
It was a hit. So Zero Eyes is used in 43 states, including dozens of school districts across Florida. That's a saxophone. I guess it's close enough.
Clarinet, damn it.
I think the problem was, Preston, that this clarinet had a laser sight on it.
Oh,
that's what threw them.
So Zero Eyes is used in 43 states, including dozens of school districts across Florida, and can detect more than 100 different types of firearms. I wanted to see if A, if there were people that were like that, or B, maybe there is something that is not common that actually makes you feel uneasy and maybe on the ill side, like you want to throw up. And I mean, there are obvious things like, a bad smell can make you want to vomit. Seeing someone vomit can make you feel that way as well. But I'm going for the more strange, weird, off-the-wall things. Marissa had one. This is one of the reasons I wanted to bring this up. We were off air on Friday, and she said something to me and Casey about similar thing. And what is it?
I'm getting chills just thinking about this, reliving this again. It's cotton.
Cotton?
It's cotton. And it's the weirdest thing. Like, if I have a cotton ball, or sometimes you use the cotton rounds.
Yeah.
And if you try to sorry.
She's actually...
I'm gagging. If you try to pull it apart, like if you have a cotton bar and you want to separate it, it's not a sound, it's like a sensation, and it sends these awful chills down my spine, and it makes me want to throw up.
Do you use cotton balls at all for makeup?
Nail polish remover,
right,
and makeup. So I'm using them regularly.
For you to use it?
So there are different kinds of cotton rounds, Steve, and some are solid and they're like sealed on the outside, and then there are some that are not as compressed. And when I pull it out of the bag, it like starts to come apart instantly. And
I see. So it's
out.
that.
And sometimes I get it with a bath towel. Like, there's some bath towels when you've been washed and there's a little stiff, I'll get that same feeling. So, like, coming out of the shower, I'm wrapping my body in this thing that makes me want to throw up.
Wow.
Can I ask, so tangentially to that, would cotton candy?
No, I'm fine with that.
Hang on. Like, immediately when I said this call came in, I'm going to go to Dan. Hi, Dan. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, is this Dan?
It's Kelly. It's Kelly.
Oh, Kelly. I don't know how we got that. Hi, Kelly. What's going on?
I was calling about my fear of cotton balls.
Yes.
Oh, tell us about it.
Do tell, please.
I just have, even talking about them, my hairs are standing up. Just the thought of them pulling apart gets me all freaked out.
So it's the actual process of, as Marissa was saying, the actual pulling of a loose cotton ball apart that makes you...
Who's bringing us in for a landing on 93.3 WMMR Blitzkrieg Bop. It is 10:31 as we are wrapping up our program today, Wednesday morning, the 17th day of June. It's crazy that we're more than halfway through June at this point.
I mean, were we talking about something in the dead of winter, and that was just a couple months ago. It's astonishing.
We're getting ready for our blood drive on Friday, so lots of things in the air. And I would like to take a moment to thank guests on the program, Mike and Alex.
Yay!
Fox 29, very interesting conversation with them. It involved Uranus, quite a bit of it.
That's it, aliens and Uranus.
And we also had on actress Patricia Heaton.
Hey.
She was really nice. She has it's a non-alcoholic wine called Solubrae, and it's not just grape juice. They've actually made the wine, and then they remove the alcohol from it.
Yeah, there's some process.
And it's a nice alternative for those who either want to go light that particular evening, or maybe, one drink, one of these, or if you've given up alcohol or whatever it may be.
Gives you the option.
But there's a website if you want to get Solubrae, which is spelled Solubrae. So it's nice to have her on this morning. Ray Koob is here.
Good morning, everybody.
How you doing, Koob?
I'm doing just fine. I was just thinking about it. If I was drinking wine with the alcohol, I couldn't say Solubrae.
Yeah, it'd be
for a
tough.
while.
Maybe they named it that way on purpose.
I heard you talking about how the word came to it. It's kind of cool.
Solubrae. So, You got one more day in for Matt Cord.
That's right.
Okay. Let's get the letter of the day, and then we'll see what you got cooking, brother. Okay.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
All right, the Preston and Steve show is brought to you today by The Letter.
Oh, as in Ozzy.
Yeah, baby. And we have, speaking of, rock stars like Ozzy, we have tickets to an amazing array of shows. Dave Matthews Band on July 10th, Freedom Mortgage Pavilion. Foo Fighters, August 13th. And AC/DC, September 29th at The Link, and Rush on August 21st at Xfinity Mobile Arena.
What?
Yeah, any one of these shows would make a great Father's Day gift. So tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster. You can get those, but we give them away on Friday for the Word of the Week prize. So get yourself prepped for that. So what's up today?
Well, as you pointed out, handing off to Sarah tomorrow, so I'm going to make a count today with workforce blocks. Got some good ones planned, and I'm planning a vinyl cut that I think you're not going to want to miss in the 2 o'clock hour. A lot of good stuff today.
You know what you're going to do, or you're working on it?
I got to go see if I have it in the vinyl library.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure I do. But also, it is a Workforce Wednesday, and we'll be promoting and talking about the crew. I saw them on their way out the door. Out to do the Workforce Wednesday appearance today. So looking forward to that as well. It's all part of the thing.
Love it, man.
You fill in for MFC,
Yeah, well, enjoy the thing.
Thanks.
Happy to have you.
Thank you for the thing, and enjoy your own thing.
All right. Ray Coop, guys, hang out with him. I want to thank our sponsors. Preston and Steve Shows have been brought to you today by Duncan, and the Preston and Steve Show runs on Duncan. Also brought to you by Franklin Mint Federal Credit Union, empowering financial journeys for families since 1970. Tomorrow is Thursday. That means it's pre-No Sad Bro Friday, and get ready for this. Tomorrow, Casey is having a new dishwasher delivered.
No, clothes washer.
A washing machine.
Washing machine.
Delivered. So that is what's planned for tomorrow.
From Ray's?
Ray's Appliances.
I love Ray's Appliances.
All right, that's it. Obviously, we got nothing going on. That's it. Ray, John, have yourself a great day in the morning, and we will see you tomorrow, friend. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.